like, you know, anyone that didn't like the Don and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so that would have been keeping him up, like, you know,
just sort of planning a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and as for, so you, I'm imagining you maybe would have spent a bit of the evening brewing before going to bed?
Would have spent the evening, because it's quite a simple poison that I've brewed. Yeah.
What's its name, Ali?
Hey?
As you give it to me, what's its name?
This is,
Does the target know they've been poisoned?
doesn't say not, so I assume they do. It's not a particularly potent poison, but it will come in handy in battle nonetheless.
Aye.
It's not quite like some of the powerful concoctions I presented you with previously.
And I look at it and say, well, it's no insidious silence, but you know, obvious poison is still good.
This was
obvious poison.
This was an evening's meditation for me.
1d4 plus.
Yeah. It's sort of the way I envisioned it was sort of, you know, Gesh just
WKD.
he enjoys the potion crafting now. However, when he's trying to do something that is a bit more complicated, he has to really focus and does find it tiring. However, now because he's becoming much more of a master, making the simple ones he does for pleasure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just using up ingredients that are going to go off soon and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's like a form of meditation, and then he'll, you know, him and Dragos will obviously like fucking scissor, and then go to sleep.
Nice. And what would Dor be doing in the morning, do you think, if anything? Where he's spending
Spending a few more hours on my spellcraft, most likely.
Yeah.
So I've completed one of my spells, but I have 2 more in mind.
Enoch would also be liking to go to the potion shop.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
To, yeah. And is there anything to roleplay, or are you just buying some stuff?
Probably just buying some stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm like feeling embarrassed that I haven't helped this woman at all with her side quest that she's like.
Talia Blackthorn.
Yeah.
She's I mean, you know, she was sort of just like keep your ears peeled basically.
Sure.
But there has been some movement on it, isn't there?
Well, yeah. Well, when we were in the
Yeah.
Obsidian Gate, actually, so we haven't had a chance to necessarily tell her about that. But then, yeah, I mean, basically, all what I've written down is that I don't know if you remember, the Helix Hedera are present in School's End. Do they exist in School's End indefinitely? Are they a gang? Are they, or is they like out of towners or?
No, they're sort of established as like a group. Yeah. They're not very well
like
known. They
a
keep
cult.
themselves to them shadows. You know, they're not like a commonly known group, but yeah, they are more of a cult. Like they it's not like, I mean, Skull's End. This is what Talia would tell you about. Is that Skull's End has sort of become their home because this is where they think this artifact is that they seek. So they'll be here until they got it, basically. But it's not their like ancestral home.
Right.
And does Talia know about this artifact?
She knows as much as they know, which is relatively limited. All they know is basically through, essentially through blessings and not like premonitions, but like prophesizing through the spider god Lolth. They've essentially been directed towards this artifact that they don't even know the nature of. But what they do know is that it's supposed to grant you a form of immortality that doesn't result in you becoming a lich or anything like that. So that's sort of, and it's one of those things where it's a bit like one of these high tier artifacts. It's almost a bit like a ring of power, you know. It's just like it does stuff. It is stuff, you know. But the rumor is this immortality is its main effect. So yeah, they're sort of on this investigative mission to track it down. They may well know more, but Talia's been out of it for a little while now.
Cool, yeah.
But But yes, is there what was it that you were wanting to buy?
I would like to buy 2 potions of invisibility.
Okay. Yeah. I would say a potion of invisibility would probably cost about like 25 grand, basically.
25 grand. Okay.
In gold.
And I would like to buy another potion of double fireball, please.
Oh yeah. How much did I charge you last time?
6k.
Okay. Yeah. Go with that.
Did you distribute any of the money that you found in the safe in the Don's office or anything like that, or?
Yeah. I think I split like.
I've got the note.
5,000 plat or something.
The safe in the vault. I've got the numbers for if you want.
The safe in the vault, or the safe in the Don's office?
Sorry, the Don's office. The vault is kind of like it.
Because we ended up leaving the vault, didn't we?
Well,
Polana took a battle axe. Gesh got some Obscura and a couple of gems, because I remember you offered some money, but I was like, I don't want money, I want magical stones.
so I'm more brave.
And I left with 3 magical beans.
In the Don's office, I've got in there was 1,500 plat.
And the gobbledygook and skalook.
1,500 plat when we would have split that between 4 people, because
Really doesn't like
Really
money.
doesn't like
Really hates gold. So
which is what, like
400 nearly.
1,503 some
Yeah,
buys,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have given you some money from the vault as well. I can't remember how much it was, but
Well, I mean, there's endless money in the vault.
No, I know, but as in like I offered Ali and I gave everyone else stuff, so it makes sense that I would have given you stuff as well.
Yeah,
I would have just been like, fuck you, darling.
I think because we were running out of time, Cora had to get the train.
Yeah.
We just sped through that. We'll sort that out after.
I
You can
actually
have as much money as you want, basically, for now. Like, imagine you're Dorwin and you're like gathering up a load of coins.
Sure, yeah.
Just do what's
So if
reasonable.
I get 375 from the safe, and then I don't know, another
I mean, I said James, you got like 10k or something.
10k, I'd probably be able to pocket like $1,000 or something, like 1,000 plat.
Get more if you want.
Probably no. We spent through it.
Yeah, I'll say I didn't take any plat and I want some fucking big ass diamonds
All right.
because I want to be able to use them for magic somehow.
Yeah, have I got a thing for gems? I think I've got a thing for gems.
you just give yourself fucking like 10 diamonds, mate.
Yeah, cool, okay. Well,
Why don't you just give yourself like?
but I want them to
10
be like really fucking special, you know?
Why don't you just get like 10 gems, and then if there's like a specific type of gem, then it could be within that 10, you know? Because it might not just be diamonds,
Yeah,
there'll be
sure.
one sort of thing. So
Yeah.
if there's like a thing and it requires ruby dust,
Yeah.
you might be like, oh, I've got a ruby from the vault. So when you say like 10 miscellaneous gems,
It's just a fucking bag of all these tiny, beautifully, really brightly coloured gems.
it's like Sonic,
Yeah.
Chaos Emeralds.
You guys have all got money and I've just got these little precious stones. Good way of carrying currency around though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, if we tracked mass.
Don't really track weight on gems, so
Yeah. Also hard to like pay for a round of ale with a 10 kilo diamond.
I'll be like, hold on. I'll like take out a little sapphire and just with the end of my sword just go like that and then just
chip off like a
tiny little
microscopic
bit.
dot.
There you go.
Thank you, kind sir.
I'm just literally putting bag of 10 gems as a custom item.
Okay, so with that, you've been to the shop and you kind of go into that little off room. I think Riz has pointed out to you before. You begin to start to postulate on how you could infiltrate the Roses because you don't know much about them. You know, you don't know what they got in store and everything like that. And you find yourselves kind of going back and forth on how you should scope out the area, how you might send Corvax up to scope out the area.
Corvaxes.
As you're kind of running through all these different thoughts, at one point once your sort of intentions become clear, you see that whoever's got that clockwork bird on their person begins kind of like rummaging and ruffling around, and you're sort of like, what the hell? And as you open it up, it kind of
stop wanking.
it kind of flaps up onto the table and like hops back and forth a little bit, and then after a minute, its mouth opens wide, and there's kind of a flash of like almost like an LED red light just kind of glows out of it for a minute, and you just suddenly feel the world just collapse in around you, and you find yourselves just kind of like all suddenly stood looking around the room you're in, and you're in this kind of relatively dimly lit room with kind of glowing blue arcane lights, and the walls are sort of made of white marble, very finely cut smooth, and you can see that the bird kind of stands there and just kind of looks between the three of you for a minute, but otherwise you're in this strange room.
So barren.
It's relatively. I'll draw some stuff out. Let's get rid of this big guy.
Sure. Let me grab the cleaner.
Yeah.
We can.
Consuela, get in here.
We could.
Are we about to fight people, or should I put them in the way? Just I suppose that spoils it. Don't say.
Sure. I mean, it's not.
Let's
hard,
leave them out.
it's not hard to get stuff out anyway. There's many things around currently. I've got some back down here anyway. And we'll just treat these like decoration. These are you guys. We'll just go with this for now. And if we need them, we can get them. Just grab more things.
Oh, I haven't painted my space more around yet.
You've been busy boy.
Oh, Ali, get the little get the space marine I did. The one guy I did. I don't know if I've played it to you yet.
Oh, I think you have showed me.
With the lecky.
I drilled into the base and like attached the wire for the electricity and like drilled into his hand with the 1 mil drill bit and stuck the like 3 bolts coming out.
Yeah, that'd be simple.
Yeah, man, it's super cool.
How long did this take?
Long time.
How long does it take?
He can stay there as a
Bit like
nice thing to look at.
not quite a centipede. He's not even a fucking general or anything. I just really wanted to.
Oh, we don't get rid of this one. Oh yeah, it's worth it.
May as well, otherwise
Yeah,
it'll just
yeah,
dry
yeah.
on, you know.
Smells like a good time in here.
Oh, we should now that the decorating is like 95% complete. We should move on to phase 2, which is putting some stuff in storage.
Sure. Fine.
Yeah.
Do that.
Phase 2.
Phase 2 begin.
Should clean this one too.
Yeah.
Fun.
Turns out Consuelo is nice.
Who would have thought?
It's the,
Yeah, so we overheard some drow in the fighting rooms while you were very nonchalantly playing Esmeralda, speaking to our contact. What was the contact's name? The fucking crackhead and
Wretch.
Wretch, that's it. These drow were talking about the Helix Hedera, about how they were seeking immortality. So yeah.
Any specifics?
No, I tried very hard, but unfortunately not. It was all very general.
Well, I mean, what you heard is that they had been moving down
More
into the
pit,
lower level.
yes. There was more
Interesting.
activity in the pits, wasn't there?
Yeah.
The only thing is you haven't got your outfit on and you're not wearing any pennies, so you're not getting a tip, unfortunately.
I can change that. Cool. Clean.
Okay. Better if that's the other way. Alright, let's just roll with it.
Do you want me to draw it? You describe it.
If it's grey,
It's alright.
Because I can draw it like that.
Don't worry about it.
You can always stick the other mat on top, one of the bigger grey ones.
yeah, we can mess stuff around. Sure.
While you're drawing. I'm no expert on magic, boys, but I think this bird's teleported us to the Lerose's base.
Yes, I wonder if I assume this is something Mummelmeyer intended.
Kind of forcing our hand a bit, don't you think?
Yeah, it's certainly authoritative for a gnome. Clearly, this is important to him.
Yes, well, what do we make of Eli's demands to retrieve this blade for him? I, for one, do not like it when one strong-arms us into doing their bidding.
Yeah, I echo your sentiment, Gesh. However, this might be one strong arm.
Yes, well, God did once tell us that we could take on pretty much anything nowadays.
Oh yes, I remember that memo from God.
I think
But-
with the Don dead, Eli's position and hold over us becomes significantly less concerning, especially now that we're not surrounded by a lot of sharp sticks.
Do you believe that the
Where are you
Kent?
at? Yes.
What?
Where's your mini?
Do you believe that the Inakenti family would come at your calling now that you have eliminated the Don? Because you haven't yet
Oh, maybe.
presented yourself to them as their new leader.
I think that remains to be seen. Certainly, Scarbrand wouldn't be too happy about me waltzing back in and taking over.
Yes,
I'm
but
sure he'd have something to say about it.
But I'm sure he would be even less pleased for Eli to be throwing his weight around in those lower levels of the Obsidian Gate.
Eli's time will come. I think we potentially acquire the blade and come at him from a position of strength rather than weakness that we're in now. He clearly wants this blade, and he hasn't got it so far. So there must be a reason why he's coming to us.
And remember, he did offer us a reward in return for it. It wouldn't be a purely altruistic favour on our part, so...
It would also be interesting to learn what power this blade holds.
I agree. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so yes, you're sort of surrounded by these this sort of opulent marble carved walls that are just sort of covered in decorations, and as I said, there's these blue sort of arcane lights that kind of remove the dim light in the area, but it's not particularly bright. But yes, directly in front of you is this sort of behind you this just huge door, basically huge iron door that looks like you have a hard time opening it, and obviously being in a place that's quite deeply arcane as well, you want to be treading carefully as you move through the area. But yes, directly in front of you is this room which seems to sort of go round the sides. You haven't gone quite through into it yet. What are people's sort of positions, and is there any actions people want to take in time for the time being?
Active perception check for starters, I guess.
Yeah, can I active perception check the carving to see what is being depicted?
Yeah,
Oh,
you said
so
decorations, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just decorative.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fine.
it's just decorative.
New.
Yeah. But I mean, you know,
What's this?
it's just like a column
Oh, just
that goes from floor to
a
ceiling.
room with a big column.
Yeah, and the ceiling height is maybe about 25 foot tall.
Can I cast Detect Magic, please?
Yes, you can. As you
I
begin
got
to
an
cast...
18 for my perception.
Okay, nice.
Active perception check.
As you cast Detect Magic, you see that sort of directly in front of you, the room, this whole area here, is glowing with the bright orange light of evocation magic. As for
Careful, there's a trap.
and as for you with your perception, you get an 18. So there's not much to see around here, or from what you can see, there's nothing particularly threatening. But you can hear two different sounds. One of them is this kind of sort of almost like sub-frequency vibration that kind of washes over you, and as you kind of hear this, you would notice that as you hear this sound, you would look over and you would see that Enoch almost wince slightly as it does so. And Enoch, you can feel these strange sort of psionic wave just occasionally wash over you, and it's not exactly pleasant, but it isn't having any major effect on you either. It's just a bit like strange.
Just aware of his presence.
Yeah. But yeah, so you've detected a magical trap.
Is that the? I'm sorry. Is that the only sound? You said there was two.
Oh yes, sorry. And the other sound that you would hear would also be the sound of these sort of occasional muffled screams of anguish, but they're very quiet. It's like they're going through the walls. Just this occasional like.
Seems there's a rave nearby.
Can I depict any kind of direction that the sound is coming from with the perception or not?
I would say that the
northeast.
I would say that the sort of the lower sub-frequency sound, I would say it's probably too hard to get direction because it kind of reverberates.
Yeah.
But the anguish is coming from your sort of that general direction.
So this sort of direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From this
okay.
way.
And evocation magic is what?
Damage or healing magic.
Right.
You step through and get 50 hit points.
Oh hell yeah.
That's
So
like elemental effects and stuff like that.
and is the central column glowing?
Sorry, was that with? Go on.
The central column, so the walls aren't glowing, it's only the floor.
I was gonna. Yeah, is it just the floor that's glowing?
Is
Alright,
it the
cool.
floor we're on now, or the floor around the pillar?
Oh, the floor surrounding the pillar. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna climb on Dragos and I'm gonna start flying around room.
You do have the ability to disarm magical traps, by the way.
Do I?
Yeah.
Why?
And anyone technically can, but it's normally an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
But I would.
And if it fails, does it set it off or just fail?
It sort of depends on the trap, really.
Maybe how badly you fail as well.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, that might decide my actions.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the type of trap. Like, there's some traps which are like, they're magical, but like you step on a pressure plate to activate them, whereas other ones are just like some magical input or like require a word of thought. So it sort of is a little bit dependent on how the trap's been set up.
Well, unless anybody else has got any ideas, I was gonna climb on Dragos and do a lap of the room.
Go ahead.
See what I Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So I'll do that then.
5 or 10 feet.
Sorry?
5 or 10 feet squares.
Oh, 5 foot squares.
Oh, okay, so it's quite a small room.
Relatively, yeah. 10 foot across. You get the idea. So as you sort of do that and you scout around the edges a bit, you can see that So you come in round here, and I imagine you kind of fly, and he kind of runs along the wall a little bit.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, because obviously it's quite narrow.
Yeah, it's quite a narrow space.
It's going to say wingspan must be like nearly 10 foot.
Yeah, almost, not quite. just for now. It's still growing. No, actually, that'd be kind of sick if his wingspan sort of was what it is there, and it's sort of just like scraping along the walls as well as he's flying.
What is it supposed to be? Like, typically?
I think about what it is there, to be fair, it's quite accurate.
Yeah, I think he's meant to be a medium creature at this point, so these.
How far can I jump lengthwise, Oscar?
Lengthwise, with a run up,
Yeah.
long jump, move 10 plus feet and then jump a number of feet up to your strength score. So like the number.
Up to my strength score.
So not the modifier, the actual number.
So like 12.
20 feet, so that is.
You have 20 strength.
Oh, no. It's 10 plus your.
No, you have to
No.
move 10 first to get that, and if you
Oh, I
don't
see.
move 10, if you're in standing long jump, you get half
It
that.
fucking sucks that it's a strength based thing.
I mean, you've got to be strong to jump.
It should be like acrobatics.
An acrobat's got to be strong if you want to jump, haven't they?
Well, I'm
It's
not
like
strong and I
athletics.
can jump.
Well, apparently not. Otherwise, you would not be whinging.
10 foot. Are they 5 foot?
5 foot cubes.
Alright, cool. I run and leap over the magic trap and stick to the mollusk. And I do a front flip in midair.
So I would say that as you kind of run round, this is sort of as far as you can see into
Yeah,
each room.
Cool.
In this room here, as you come around this way, it's kind of like there's almost like a slightly kind of shimmery, half like translucent barrier, but you can just about see through it. As you peer in, you can see that there's this kind of room which. About this far on, there's these sort of dull lights coming from it. It's got a sort of purplish
In this room?
Yes.
Cool.
And as you peer through, you can also see that there's a number of sort of purple humanoid figures. This is also the room where you're hearing these occasional
Sort of
yelps.
torturous cries.
Yeah, torturous cries.
And is it a fair assumption that we have been teleported to the Rose's base?
We don't know.
Like, as in, like,
Given
based
that-
on Enoch's knowledge of La Rose's.
Given what you've seen of
and
like
what
La
you've
Rose's
heard.
architecture and stuff, this seems relatively fitting.
Right.
Given the arcane nature of the place and Gidello's goals, and him having granted you this creature, you'd assume that he's just essentially said, get a move on.
It's potion of invisibility time.
Yeah? How long does it last?
Ooh.
A minute.
A minute?
Yeah. Otherwise.
No, an hour for
Yeah.
normal invisibility.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah,
Until
greater
you
invisibility
attack.
is a minute. Yeah, but you can't attack or cast spells.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, probably an hour.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Yeah, nice.
The other rooms, as you went around this one and peered in, there's basically just like a sort of cobbled wall here, which seems to have been erected, just kind of directly on the other side. But as you kind of peer around, you can see that it does end about there. So there's a sort of room.
Is
in
that
there
floor
room
to
here.
ceiling as well, that cobbled wall?
Yes, it's floor to ceiling. Yes.
And then that room?
And as you peer around here, you can basically just see it's essentially just like sort of an open corridor with lights dotted around it, but otherwise it seems to be just a way to get to another place. There's nothing in there.
It doesn't
See.
sort of look like a hallway leading to like a prominent.
I guess if you were there and you were peering through, I would say that
And like some corridor to like a big main office or something, you know?
you can see that at the end of the hallway, there's basically jutting down like this. There is like an archway here. And I guess this kind of goes off to the right as well. Let's get everyone out. Yeah. So you can sort of see down there. There's an archway there which seems to open up into another room, which is about sort of 10
And
Can't
is
see much further
there
than that, though.
is there any kind of prominent furniture or anything that would give away the purpose of that room? You know, or is it literally just a torchlit corridor?
In here, yeah, it's just a wide corridor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess I report my findings back to the crew, and I say, there's screams and torturous noises coming from a shrouded
Purple
room.
figures within there as well.
Yeah, and some figures hidden under purple shadows. in this room.
Should I risk disarming this trap in the hopes that we could explore more freely?
Well, I wouldn't want to venture much further on my own, so perhaps.
I can run and jump across the onto.
Are you taking the potion now, by the way?
Yeah.
You are.
How does detect magic work, by the way? Like, is it
Only you can see it.
But as in, like, is it just, does it stay on you and
For
then
about
where?
10 minutes.
For about 10 minutes. Okay. Well, knowing that, maybe I might say, I'll fly back and I say, Enoch, maybe. Oh, actually, well, you just jumped onto the wall, and you're just.
Well, you can't see it.
Hey.
He's gone invisible.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe before you've gone invisible, I would
Sure.
suggest you could take a ride on Dragos and see what other magic you might be able to detect.
He's also got
But he's got close bat and shit, so.
Morky boots, Spider-Man
Yeah,
I can
boots.
I can go
Yeah,
up
just-
onto go up onto the ceiling and just
you don't
walk
need it.
round and
Yeah.
hopefully not set up the trap.
See how far this trap extends.
Alright.
Well,
So I
yeah,
walk
it's
up
in the
onto
corner.
walk up the wall, walk up onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
Um,
As you sort of head round, you see that this trap only extends for this room, basically.
Okay.
As you go round, is there? Given the
I'm invisible
Raise
and
it.
like gonna walk down just maybe to here on the ceiling, just
Yeah.
survey it, and then here on the ceiling, and then like about here, and then come back.
Yeah, so as you get to here, you can detect the presence of which one would it be? It would probably be. I think it would be transmutation magic. You can
Okay.
detect at various points within this room,
Okay.
and I would say as well that over here, as you kind of approach this way, you begin to feel the psychic waves more strongly.
Okay.
Why do you want to say?
Okay. And is there an area of the room that like is glowing more strongly with the magic, like so I can like pinpoint the location of the magic
With this
trap
one,
in here? Is there like
Yeah.
an area of a magic trap, or is it just like an effect?
it's a very uniform
I see.
glow. Yeah.
Did it go as far as you can see?
Just in the first room.
Oh, just in the first room?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna just with my psychic whispers like convey that back to everyone, saying like traps only in the first room, guys. If you can get around it, the room on the right, it seems like there's something. Is it like calling? Is it enticing or ominous, or what does it feel like?
It feels.
Sorry, there was further magic down there.
This is where I'm
psionic
hearing the psionic presence.
which aligns with the rumbling usually. It is ominous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like. It feels kind of like how waves on a beach kind of
Okay.
approach the shore, but with the knowledge that the sea is kind of unending, you know,
Yeah.
and immensely powerful. That you feel like you're getting the shore edge of this psionic wave.
I'll say, Dorwin, save your strength. And I'll shift to you for you to just jump on Dragos so you can just fly you around there.
Hop on.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then shuttle me over as well.
Okay, sure. And where are you being shuttled to? Which way are we going?
The direction that Enoch was saying.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you make your way...
Sorry, I also walked to about here. Is there anything of note that I would see in that room more than what's
so
drawn?
you would have to go through this kind of veil. Which you
There was
kind
like
of
a
go to.
foggy doorway.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Right,
like
right,
a
I see.
foggy
Yeah.
doorway. Yeah. So all of these are like archways, but this one's kind of got this foggy
Okay.
veil.
Yeah, then this one.
Okay, just mind the scaffold. What's the marching order in this room?
As I'm sort of invisible, I'm sort of going to be maybe like scouting out like on the ceiling, like sort of round these corridors, trying to like see ahead, trying to give like an advance warning of people, I guess.
Okay.
I'll be tucked between Yesh and Dragos.
Sure.
What does Dragos have to do stealth? Like roll a stealth check?
He's a dragon.
I mean, normally, yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
Isn't it an auto fail? He's a dragon.
We normally just
It's a
go
drake.
based off of.
Huh?
He's a drake, not a dragon.
Sorry,
not yet.
I think for the sake of easiness, it's probably just worth going off your
Okay.
rolls.
Because I was going to say maybe for now, I would just suggest that maybe I would suggest we just do a stealth roll. Stealth.
Yeah, I mean, I think the in terms of Dragos and stuff, like I think we can justify it by like because when you fail a stealth, it's because you like make a mistake or because you like aren't in the right position or whatever, or aren't in the right headspace. And given that you and Dragos kind of share that, I
Yeah.
think it makes sense for it to just be together
Yeah.
for
Cool.
the sake of the game, anyway. Unless Dragos is off doing his own thing, then maybe he'd roll a separate stuff.
No, I'll say to Dorwin, I'll say, well, we can't see Enoch, so we've got to try and blend into the shadows as much as we can. It's worth a try.
Can you take damage when you're invisible, by the way, and maintain invisibility?
It's concentration, so same rules as.
But it's for potion.
But does that not? But can you have multiple concentration potions? Surely, because usually the wording of a potion is it casts a thingy spell on you.
I would say probably.
That would be pretty
I would
OP
like it
if
if
you
it-
could do that, no?
I mean, I think that seems reasonable. Like a potion is an expensive resource, and like, I think that, given it's like non-magic users who use it, can use magic potions, you know.
Yeah. In which case,
And
yeah,
their
if you're
concentration
not,
stat
if
might
you're
be-
not actively concentrating on holding on to this invisibility power you've got, then I think the concentration damage roll shouldn't.
But if you attack, then it will drop.
you attack,
Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether the invisibility potion operates by the same rules of like, a thing has happened, you know,
it's
rather than the concentration side of things.
that's both, isn't it?
Go for this.
It's already both. You use the invisibility spell.
Well, no, because if you, but you don't, when you attack with the invisibility, that's just like a rule of the spell.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're breaking concentration.
Yeah, so that should last, even when it's a potion. Yeah. But concentration part of it shouldn't.
No, but in terms of the, like on the wording of the spell, does it say when you give or receive damage?
No.
It just says it when you attack or cast a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would be a bit harsh if an invisible person like got caught in an AoE spell or something.
Yeah. But even then, it would be a save. But
What do you mean?
well, you have to make your con save to not break concentration if you did take damage.
Oh yeah, I meant if you were potionified.
Oh, you're potion fight. Yeah. That's a bit mean.
I think rules as written, you would have to concentrate on a potion, by the way. But
Yeah.
for fancy.
I agree. It's a bit lame.
I think it also makes it more interesting if you have a potion as well. You could be. do stuff.
Yeah.
You know the lights in the marsh in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's like one of Sauron's like spells?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, to like lead you astray?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it's like the main route to Mordor.
I
So
see.
he just enchanted this fucking marsh apparently.
To try and like trick you into drowning.
Yeah. So he died there. It's like in the big battle. It's like he poured magic into it.
It wasn't very silly or anything.
It's just very like thing happened.
James is making himself some dinner.
Glad he let us know.
Well, some food of some kind. I don't know whether it's dinner. It looked like it was. Yes.
Some food.
Sorry, I was making myself something.
That's alright. Yes, as you kind of step forward. Oh,
Sorry.
that's right. As you
Oh,
begin.
what did you stealth? What did you get? Dorwin? What did you get for
Oh, I
stealth?
haven't done it yet.
Do you want me to roll for stealth?
Yes. You will always have to roll. It's the one.
Oh, hell yeah, that's funny.
Hell yeah.
Can't see me, motherfucker.
I got 21.
So Enoch, you scurried off.
I'm invisible. I got 36.
You're invisible.
I think we're pretty fucking stealthy.
But as you step in,
It makes no difference whatsoever. You get slapped.
you say, Enoch, you suddenly find that something whistles towards you.
Whistles.
Unlucky. Just as you start as you kind of head into the room like this, guess you walk in, door on your side, and you can just about make out these thin seams in the far corners of the room, which you recognise as some kind of mechanical trap because you've got high passive perception. So basically, I'll give you an opportunity to make a dexterity saving throw to like say something basically, and or like get yourself out of the way of where these things are.
Okay.
So give us a save.
Okay, so okay, and then based on the save, we'll
See what you sort of do.
14.
14.
With advantage, I'm helping him.
You're fucking miles ahead.
I would say it doesn't quite cut it, but I'll give you disadvantage against the thing that comes. Basically, these flaps open up in the corners, and these crossbows kind of poke out. One of them fires at you, even though you're invisible.
On the ceiling.
And on the ceiling, they're sort of like turrets, and got that 20.
Jesus.
And one of them's going to fire at you as well, Gesh, and then we'll go from there.
So just quickly.
Another nat 20. Unlucky guys.
Okay. I was going to say, it's a cool little picture for once, like in this moment alone, Dorwin is the main character, and he's got Gesh on one shoulder and a Dragos on the other.
goons.
Yeah.
Okay then.
And I just immediately die.
Yeah,
who's like what? Like, well,
so you take 35 points of damage.
fuck.
And you take 51, but you can uncanny dodge it.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
25.
So yeah, as these two crossbow bolts fire up, Enoch, you're just about able to dodge out of the way as it kind of grazes your arm, kind of making a cut in your arm, but the amount of energy it took you, especially on the ceiling, to get out of the way, and not expecting to be hit, being invisible, kind of threw you for a loop a little bit, but you managed to dodge it.
Didn't we
It's
say that if he
absolutely
gets hit on the if he gets hit when he's like up high as well, he falls down? Or
My spider climb boots make me stick to the ceiling.
Yeah. Unless he got like bashed off it. If
Oh no, that was just me when I'm flying Dragos, isn't it? So
No.
I've done that before, where I've been like hit and then I fall off or
I
whatever.
think we've had to make you make a save before.
To like hang on,
But maybe
maybe.
only in certain types of attacks,
Yeah.
like not always.
Yeah, Gesh, you're kind of just able to again step out the way as this bolt kind of flies past
Fucking
you.
cuts right across my
Um,
chest or something.
And yeah, I mean, I'd say with this amount of HP, it's not like penetrated you or massively hurt you anyway. It's just the energy of having dodged, and you can hear this like slow as the bolts begin to kind of reset themselves.
Where is the tower?
They both come out of the wall here and here.
Okay.
One of them- the other one-
If I was to move over here,
Yeah.
would that one still be able to get me?
They look very high tech and articulated.
What's down that corridor? Do we know?
Enoch does now that he can see it.
Well, even
I would be able to communicate if there was anything overtly dangerous in the corridor.
There's basically at the end of this corridor, there's nothing overtly dangerous, but there's a.
I'd be cooler if Dorian couldn't see it. If you were like making
I was gonna say I'm gonna play like I couldn't anyway, because I was gonna say it doesn't actually matter, because I'm just, either way I'd dash that way, you know.
There's a doorway, this kind of heavy black stone doorway, and on it is a very similarly carved sort of form as you found in the bottom of the obsidian gate and that unusual door that you were enamoured with as a child.
Oh, that's
There's something
that.
very similar here, basically.
Yeah.
Can I say, as soon as, like, almost instinctively after I've just been fucking whammed by this crossbow bolt, like, you obviously tell me how you want me to mechanically do it. I'll, like, Gesh will sort of, like, start sprinting forward, and then I'm going to try and throw a piton into the gears of the mechanism
Okay.
that's winding back up to see if I can jam it.
I like it. Okay, so
Oh, seeing Gesh run to do that, you know, might try and jam a spare dagger into.
Okay.
I was like, fucking smashing idea, Gesh.
Sure. So as you run in, give me like what you'd use to throw. So basically, Dex modifier and proficiency
Okay.
onto a d20.
Okay, cool.
Or on any of your melee attacks, it will have the modifier on it.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay. Yeah, I would say that you're able to fling the piton, and it kind of it damages the rope, so it gets frayed, and the piton kind of clangs around, and you hear it kind of fall in, and the not only is the things like damage, but you hear this just grinding shut of gears, and yeah, it seems jammed for at least
For the time being.
being.
And sorry, and they are on that wall facing outwards this way, right? So they've got sort of 180 degrees field of vision this way. They're not into that next room, are they? It's not like they're in the wall, but then they could potentially turn and fire into that room behind.
Well, I mean, you don't know what's going on in the room behind.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I would say that as you know, if you would have noticed this as well, but when you approach this, but as you get close to this, you can see that this sort of like blue tendrils of like almost like vines, these like glowing blue vines kind of grow across the area, creating like basically a door, and you can see that there is like a hole in the middle that looks like it fits some sort of magical key.
Oh, that's that doorway.
This one here, yeah.
And is that where the psionic sound is coming from?
Sonic sound's coming from this way. After seeing Gesh run in and fling the piton, you sort of go, fucking hell, good idea, and jump up, make an attack. So give me an attack with your give me the attack roll.
Now, what would I use? Frostbrand to make it, or would I use a? Well, but it's a
Well,
dagger.
you'd use whatever it is. So if it's a dagger, then roll as a dagger, basically.
Why is my Frostbrand to hit +9, but my
Because it's
a dagger is +4?
The
No,
dagger,
that's my unarmed strike.
yeah, the dagger should be Dex plus proficiency, so it should be 8, I think.
8, fine.
Is that right? Your proficiency's 3, right?
4.
5. 4.
Oh, and your Dex is 5,
Five.
right? Oh, so it should be 9.
9. Oh, cool.
Which is weird because I thought Frostbrand was a +1. So Frostbrand should maybe be a 10. Doesn't matter too much.
Frostbrand is a +1.
Weird.
Well, maybe not actually.
Mine doesn't say it's +1.
No, mine neither.
Fair. Maybe it's not a +1. Yeah, what was your attack with the dagger?
Oh,
Do that real quick.
yeah. I'm just gonna do it +8, +9. 16. 16.
16, okay. And then give me the damage.
What's a dagger damage? Oh, can I add my booming blade, which is thunder damage? No, I don't.
A
do
little
that.
risky in here,
Yeah.
I would say.
I can sneak attack it, right? It's a moving target.
No, it's not alive.
Fair enough.
Sorry, mate.
You rolling for damage anyway? I thought you were trying to like...
I'm trying to jam it in.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to like break it.
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm
you're
trying to
jam.
wedge
Oh,
it in.
you're gonna forego the dagger. Like, are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm bidding off.
Oh, fine. Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, with your 16, I'd say you could get it in there, and as you do, you see that it does jam it, but it sort of is like a little bit, but you think it's jammed enough for now. But it's like seems like it could go at some point.
Okay. All right. Well, having just taken 50 damage. Well, I meant to take 50 damage. I have a crowbar in my bag.
Oh yeah, you're gonna double up.
Yeah, I'm gonna double up and wedge a crowbar in there as well.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, just give me like a. I mean, just to be honest, with a crowbar, just give me an athletics. I know it's not your best, but it won't be much because you've already got the knife in there.
15.
15, nice. Yeah, so with that, you're able to just kind of wedge it under one of the gears and just like pop off one of the gears. So it seems it's probably not going to function anymore.
Do I get the crowbar back?
You get the crowbar back.
Yeah, nice.
I'd say it would probably be wise to leave the dagger just because it's still under tension. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to, like, go and-
I'm sacrificing the dagger.
Yeah.
Long forgotten about that.
Okay, so yes, you've managed to like secure this room, it seems, from these crossbow bolts. But yeah, you've got this unusual door, which now you've got a second, you're starting to feel is kind of pulling you a little bit psychically. But it's also a little spooky. And then, given that there's you need a key to get into this next area, you assume you need to find that somewhere. It looks sort of
Enoch,
too magical to
what do you
break through in any way.
Enoch, what do you make of this opening? There was one similar to that in the Obsidian Gate.
Why, there certainly was. It's strange. It's calling to me. Do you guys not feel that? Dorwin?
No, I don't feel anything.
Feels a bit like DJ Marky.
I think you mean Bard, Marky.
Minstrel Mark.
Doesn't sound as good, does it?
No, just a low and deep rumbling, and then the far off sounds of those screams and wails which we have moved further away from.
I think that's your inner demon's gish.
Just those screams and wails that have been following us for the past 10 years.
Who knows where they go?
And where we got to escape from.
Everyone's just like...
Yeah, annoying, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, what do you want to do? Is this something that you'd be drawn to or wishing to avoid, do you think?
I think Enoch is very rarely coming across anything like this before. You know, it's very unusual to encounter other sort of psychic energy or psionic energy sources. So his curiosity's definitely been piqued, especially as the one in the Nikenti family seemed to have been dormant. So you know, he's like wondering what's the difference between the two. So definitely curiosity piqued. Yeah.
And would he like communicate any of this?
Yeah. I'm open to it.
Okay.
Talking about it.
So yeah, does anyone have any input, or are you happy to?
What is this story, Enoch? What do you think it could be? You think it's related to the one in?
To be honest,
for you, just some information for you.
Yeah.
Is I would say that the when you've been enamoured by the one in your youth and stuff like that, and the feeling that you got in the Obsidian Gate, it's one of kind of like curiosity and fascination. This one's there's darker undertones. It feels like the same type of thing, but more like sort of ominous and like just a bit wrong.
Like a different scale of big, or like
it's not necessarily about
like
the size,
because the other one
per
didn't
se.
feel anything in
No,
my youth. Yeah.
no.
So it's like a new thing. It's like so.
It is a new thing, yeah, but it's triggering that same.
Yeah.
You know, the last one. Yeah, I guess I would say that this does feel bigger than your other one. But there's also an element of that one in your youth. It's also something that you were sort of constantly around, you know.
And is the sort of the does it feel dark because like we've been teleported into essentially an enemy base, or does it actually feel like evil?
I would say that this feels like there's a disconnect between what this is and the like arcania of the Lerose is sort of a different entity.
Okay. And it feels like an entity, does it, or an artifact?
You're not really sure, to be honest. It's just like this. Yeah, it's just an exudance. You would assume that the door is stopping you from understanding.
Can I try reaching out with my psionic mind and try and connect with?
Yes. So as you sort of do that, you send out this sort of tendril, this curious tendril.
Yeah. Very tentative, like.
Yeah. You'd see that whenever a wave comes, you kind of recoil slightly before probing again, and you see that as you kind of head forward, something that you've not really encountered before is that the architecture of this door is just physically blocking it.
Oh, okay. So I'd say I don't know. I can feel a calling. I don't know if it's a presence or a thing, but it's like nothing I've really experienced before. The architecture is similar to the one from my childhood, but the presence and the power behind it is completely not familiar. It seems like it's a thing of extraordinary power behind the door. My psychic mind can't get past that door, but it's still resonating out of it like that door's nothing. I shudder to think of what the power that is behind that door is like to behold firsthand, but it is certainly a place that we should be extremely cautious about, given the scale of the power behind that door, but intriguing nonetheless.
Yeah, sounds like you're right. It could also, however, contain the dagger that Eli.
Jenkins!
That Leroy is after.
Eli.
His name's Leroy. It's just like it was Gideon Mumble. It's fucking Leroy now.
Thanks, Cody Ems.
We got you, Phil.
By the way, if you
To
get...
be fair, we can just call him Leroy. He's like, it's Eli. It's like, classic Leroy.
Oh, Rackshackers.
Yeah. Classic Rackshackers.
Okay, so yeah. What do you want to do? You want to explore, or are you too scared?
Well, I've like thrown it out to the group.
Well,
Yeah, well-
Enoch, if it perhaps ultimately provides some answers for you and further understanding of the Obsidian Gate, maybe we don our brave caps and step forth. And I sort of go to mimic your swishing your cap when you greet someone, you know.
Okay.
Sort of letting you know in a jovial way that we laugh in the face of anything intimidating,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. What say you, Dorwin?
Are you talking about going through the door?
Certainly unlocking it and seeing what's on the other side.
Fair enough. Don't let me get in your way. But I'll be coming from the back.
Okay.
And what's this other door just for, like, you know,
Blue keyhole.
blue keyhole?
Covered in blue
keyhole.
vines and it's got a keyhole in it.
We don't know.
Alright.
Did you say it's just an opening with a keyhole, or was it viney opening with a keyhole and a door, or was it vines and a door and a keyhole, or what?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Glowing blue vines and a whole keyhole.
Oh.
Beautiful. That's just the one I wanted.
Yeah. That's for this here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just sort of like woven archway door, sort of, you know, speak friend and enter vibes, but with a keyhole.
Enter key and enter.
There's any
You know, like how doors do.
Which one's the any key?
I would say our
Oh.
party is depleted at the moment with the absence of 2 comrades. We are. Oh yeah, but yeah.
Well, I'm sort of hoping.
She's tied up.
I'm sort of hoping that you're sort of playing this sort of scaled down by a quarter because we're lacking one person.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
There was actually 2.5 crossbows before.
Also, as like a little bit of flavour, I think it could be fucking cool. Is maybe everyone's gonna be like, oh, Ali, whatever. But like, maybe the dagger that's holding that one crossbow still is starting to quiver like this, and it's starting
I've popped a cog off with a crowbar.
maybe the one that I put the pit in then is like starting to. So it's like ushering us to force a decision. You know.
Alright. Choke. You start to hear a little rattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I get through the door.
Okay. So as you kind of
Oh, I'm drinking a health potion as well.
okay, sure. So you drink this health potion and then you go and you walk up to the door. And
Ooh, that's a good idea. I might try and have a potion as well. I took 25 damage.
as you kind of step up to the door, you see that it opens up into a sort of eternally black void, and you sort of tentatively step through as you hear the crossbow bolt beginning to wiggle.
Wrong way!
And
Sorry,
as
what was that? I missed out here.
Eternally black void.
and you sort of step in and you feel your foot kind of hit
Hang
something.
on, before I step in,
Yes.
can I reach out with my psychic mind now and go through the door?
So I would say that in doing so, you sort of clock that it wasn't necessarily the physical door so much as
The eternal black.
the edge of the eternal black. And you step through and sort of
What effect? Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yes.
What effect does Frostbrand have on the eternal black?
Well, nothing. But so basically, you step through into this room, and then you immediately find yourself walking out of it, and the door is sealed behind you.
Where we just came?
Yeah, where you just came.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And you all kind of have this sensation of like some sort of like slick presence. You can feel it in your muscles. And the crossbow bolt.
I was gonna say, I was literally even recognising that we're being fucked with magic. Hearing that sound will have already played on Gesh's mind, and he will have run forward to try and put another pit in the cog.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw first. What have we got?
11.
Okay, so as you step forward, it shoots at you and misses. It got a 9. And with that, give me your how you jamming it up.
I was going to throw it again.
Okay.
So what was it? Dex plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Oh fucking hell! 12.
12. That's not going to cut it.
I'm gonna dash and try and jam my crowbar in it then.
Okay, sure. Give me athletics. 5 total.
Yep.
You go to jam and it's going. It's not going in. And I'd say by this point it's latched another arrow.
Dorwin, do something.
Oh, that's like
Can I dash over?
6
2
seconds.
around.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, I'll say Dorwin can do one thing. We'll do it like a
Do like a round,
combat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll follow Jamesy and seeing his crowbar not get stuck. I'll grab my immovable rod and just like push it against the crossbar,
sure.
lock it in place
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that it can't like.
yeah,
it's,
like,
forced
against
to look up or something.
the string maybe.
Yeah,
so the string
like-
can't twang forward.
I'll probably just like push it into the wall if I can and lock it so it can't like aim.
Okay, yeah,
that
sure,
thing or
sure.
something.
Yeah, nice. You kind of just cross the bar in
Yeah,
place. Maybe we'll run, and I'd say that it goes to
Or it just
fire,
keeps
but the rest
firing
kind
up
of-
into the corner.
Yeah, it just shoots in one
Just
direction.
like,
Yeah.
going like left and right.
Yeah. But otherwise, it seems relatively ineffectual. As in the crossbow, not the rod.
Alright.
Nice. Alright, so, yeah. You're like, that was weird, but something's happened.
So what does it feel like a dark sheen over our skin, or is it inside? Do you know?
You almost feel like your insides are slightly slimy.
I prestidigitate my guts, please.
I'm gonna prestidigitate my booty hole.
Look at that, it's bleached again.
Your Botox thing made me laugh.
Is the sound
Me
and
too.
the noise still coming from the door now, or has it gone quiet now that this happened?
No, it's still there. Yeah.
But is it as intense as it was?
Is there any
before?
like psionic presence, like residue left on me, or like is it just sort of like still that same sort of slimy inside feeling?
I would say that you feel slightly psionically naked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have any power.
No. You've got the abilities and stuff.
I see.
But you feel like,
vulnerable?
yeah, you feel like you've been exposed.
Bit touched.
Yeah. Show me on the brain where you got touched. Yeah, you feel like you've something that you had before isn't there almost. You're just, there's something missing. Yeah, it's weird.
Alright. Can I check my psychic booty
Been
hole?
mugged. Been mugged by the eternal dark. I'll check my gems.
They're all covered in goo.
Stop gooing my shit.
Okay, yeah, so
Alright, well,
you find that the door doesn't open for you now.
I was going to say, can we try and open the door again?
No,
I want more slime.
Slam me up, Nelly. Yeah, no, you find that before it opened very willingly for you, but now is locked as if held in place by some desire.
interesting.
I wonder if, on return to the obsidian gate, this slimy nakedness could help us through the door.
One can only hope.
Let's take our clothes
I'm
off.
interested then to find out what's going in on the the room on the far left where the where the voices was coming from. Up ahead, through that main room, there was seemed like there was some more magical traps around.
Oh, also, I hate to be a bummer, but just based on something that I guess on one hand is kind of a bummer, but also gives you an indication of some time, is that you would actually also no longer be invisible.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I know this seems like
Now not be invisible.
Well, I guess you wouldn't know why for sure.
Oh,
but
after the door.
yes,
Oh,
to
okay,
stepping
fine.
back through it.
Sure.
Yeah. No, 100% why, but
Yeah,
it's,
fine.
you know.
To do with the door. It's good enough for me.
Also, you're all gay.
It was gay slime. We all just take our clothes off.
It's all straight now.
Yeah.
Time to
Right.
celebrate
Yeah, there's Rose's patrol come round, we're all just there like, this is the club!
Just like, oh, it happened again.
I hate it when the gay club in downtown gets teleported to our secret base.
Yeah, you can tell it's just fucking with people.
Just like slipping a little like cookie into people's pockets. You got pranked.
Stop TPing orgies at us.
That's like his only way to get back at their roses. Is teleporting sex fiends into their dungeon. Okay.
What is there, Futurama? On this episode of The Scary Door.
Oh yeah.
The Scary Door.
Well, that was a waste of 25 G's.
Yeah, sorry mate. Okay. So there's basically no way to go this way, so you begin making your way back into that original room with the column.
Yeah.
And there's the room to your right, and there's a room straight ahead.
This is the one
The
with
screens.
with the screens, but it's got the shroud. But then over here,
Yes.
there was like a cobbled. Did that look like a cobbled column, or was it just like a wall?
like it looks like there's just a wall and like basically a walkway around the side of the room.
But what I would say is that I've detected some more magical traps up there.
Oh, have you?
Of transmutation.
Do we?
I like the idea. Sorry, just like quick. I like the idea that you detect these magics and describe like the sensation to Dorwin. He's like, oh yeah, it's probably transmutation.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really sure what the schools are.
This trap's like yellow. Yes.
Yeah.
It's giving off very yellow vibes.
Perhaps before we press on where we know the enemy to be, we explore further. Just as a thought, we might find some goodies.
A small stony corridors is much more appealing to me than a room full of screens. So
Yeah. Magical doorway and screams coming from inside after we've just got. Well, I don't know what happened in that room. I'm keen to remain on this plane. I make a look at door and I say, "Fuck your magic."
hey, bro, this one was psionic. Fuck your magic.
Ah, touche.
Okay, so where are you going then?
I love that. Just like
Well,
magic.
We've obviously not disarmed this, so I wonder.
Oh yeah, I'm just on that.
Shall I give it a go?
Well, I mean,
Give it a
like,
crack.
Dragos can ferry you and
We-
I can just walk around.
Save your strength again, Dorwin.
Isn't
You're
it?
going to need it now that we're covered in this
It doesn't-
psionic slime.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
If
I would say, I mean, you know,
Unless-
you can do a bit of an assessment first. Why don't you give me an investigation, and I can like to tell you a bit about it.
Can I equip my investigating thing? Or is it not like a... It's not visible?
Yeah, no, use the thing. Yeah.
It's a magic thing.
Yeah, no, yeah, do that because I think I've got a cool little idea for it.
Alright, cool. That gives me advantage then.
Yeah.
My first roll was...
28 on investigation.
28.
Yeah, let's say that with the aid of that thing, you can almost like just through your own lived experience and seeing the world on this microscopic level, you can almost sort of pick up visual fluctuations in the weave.
You can
that
see
are,
like patterns in the dust. that
yeah,
like, settle
yeah.
that
Where
way.
there's like polarization is drawing dust in different directions and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
like there's some stuff going on, and what you are able to piece together is that while the spell, the trap that is here is powerful, it hasn't been well, what you would learn is that because of the scale of its power, it's quite difficult to make something that powerful and also like strongly consolidated. Like because it's a bit like chaotic with its energy, that would almost make it easier to disarm because it's almost like a trade-off. You know, you could have something that's very hard to disarm but won't have a huge effect, or something that's will have a
It's
big
hard
effect.
to
but-
like contain that much power. sort of
Yes,
thing.
yeah. So dispelling it is like the energy
Sure.
wants to leave.
Sure,
You know,
sure. It's like
It wants to leave through the
loosening-
spell, but it
loosening an
doesn't-
arrow sort
yes,
of thing.
yeah.
Alright.
So give me an Arcana check.
Does that also mean that potentially, if you fail badly, it's gonna fucking do a lot of damage?
Yes, I probably would say, hey guys, I think I can probably break this one, but if it does go wrong, it could be pretty bad. I'd take a step back just in case.
I'll brew a potion. In my head. I'll just get my pestle and mortar out and start fucking like grinding it on my head.
That's what you can say that. So yeah.
Alright, cool.
What's your save? What's your check then?
Should we say that
Yeah.
you're here and then we're like back there? Yeah.
Camping. I can't. 20.
That works.
Nice.
So you find you guys kind of see. Oh, you know, was it like when you disarm a magical trap?
You will see me sort of like hovering my hands over the floor, like my one good eye sort of like half open as I like flick my hands, start muttering stuff, and like almost like I'm like fingering my fingers into the magical weave, and eventually something snaps and you just see a little like poof, and all the dust that was in this room has just sort of like
Gone airborne.
jumps, and
Yeah.
then
I would say in addition to that as well, tiny little cracks in the ground just kind of go like that and just crack all around the edges of the room and even down the corridors a little bit as well. Presumably it was some sort of earthquake.
sure. And for me, I would feel like a sort of electric shock type feeling, like a bit of static charge going to me.
Like the idea, you kind of like get it for a second and then you just like center yourself and you're just like.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just like unzip the fucker.
Yeah. Studio Ghibli style, like nothing seems to happen and they're just like. Something has happened.
Just walking to a room. Okay. Nuke goes off.
A distant city of screams.
Orphan flies past the window. What's the foot? Okay,
And that's the power of the Macarena. Okay.
Okay,
So-
I think we're good, guys.
Yeah. Oh, you see the text magic. Oh, wait, you'd have to recast that, by the way. Can you recast it?
I can cast it. I will.
After the
It
door.
will. It will.
Like I say.
After the door, did he lose that?
Well, we can change it if you want.
Yes, I was saying after the door it would have gone. Right, so
Is that a feat or something part of your class?
Part of my body mod that I got.
Oh, cool.
Well, it says at will here, but I don't
Is this
know.
a homebrew thing or?
Yeah,
yeah, it will be.
Goober initiative.
Oh, okay, fair.
Didn't we base it off of a feat, which was like acolyte or something that gives you access to some spells?
Yeah,
Mag-
it is
magic
magic
initiate.
initiate.
Magic initiate. But we changed the rules slightly. We need to start writing this shit down, man. Already.
Yeah, instead of 2 first level spells, I got a cantrip and a second level spell instead of 2 first level spells and a cantrip. I think.
Isn't Detect Magic first level?
Pardon?
I think Detect Magic might be first level, isn't it?
It is first level.
Like 10 taps and 45E.
I got
First level. Oh, it's a ritual.
yeah.
It's a ritual, so you can in 10 minutes casting it
Oh, fine.
and cast it for free. But I would say that you could probably do it once if you did it like snappy.
Sure.
Yeah. Are you alright with that? Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
10 minutes to cast it.
For it to operate as a ritual, you know. Do you have ritual casting?
Yeah. I just, where does it say that?
That's just the rule for ritual. Any ritual.
Oh, it's 10 minutes for any spell.
For any
Any ritual spell.
if it's a ritual spell and you decide to spend 10 minutes casting it, you don't expend the spell slot.
Oh, so it's just flat 10 minutes for any spell you want to. That is
If it
a
says
ritual.
if it says ritual, yeah, and then you can use an action to cast it. If it's it will say like one action brackets ritual, so you can not.
Some things would take like ages.
Well, some do, but it will specify. That will normally be like a spell that isn't necessarily considered a ritual. Just be in the spell. It'll be like this takes an hour to cast or something.
Cool, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you've got any spells that are rituals, feel free to cast them willy nilly.
Yeah, I've been doing that with like my Phantom Steed and stuff.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that the 10 minutes was like.
Oh yeah, it's a universal.
Yeah.
If it says ritual, that will
Yeah,
imply
okay,
10
cool.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so are we going into the place where there's a bit of transmutation wizardry going on, or are you going through this veil where there's some agonising screams?
I think we've said we're going to go into the transmutation corridor.
Transmutation corridor.
Sure.
Perhaps as we step forward, you're saying you can cast Detect Magic at will?
Well, it's going to take me 10 minutes now.
Okay.
Do you want to take 10 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah. So, worth it.
I might just say that as we're, I don't know, do we maybe just during those 10 minutes, do we hunker down in the corner where we are just to stay out of the way, or?
I reckon so. It seems like
I was
we're all
gonna,
pretty.
while you do that, I was probably gonna
disassemble the fucking crossbow, cut the wire, take my rod back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in 10 minutes you could do that. I would say like a thorough disarm. Probably wouldn't even need any checks really if you've got 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't just fucking cut the rope and like.
Yeah.
flip
Yeah.
off the
Yeah, that was sort of like more of
Straight.
an in the moment thing. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yep. I'm gonna make my new infect spell be ritually castable.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Is it a combat spell?
It can be, yeah, it has a use in combat.
Has it use outside of combat as well?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, as you step into here, you can see that there's this room. It looks like it's been built in this room.
Oh, it's got a swimming pool in it.
It's got a pool, guys.
Jump in.
Yeah, let's
Wash
go.
the slime off.
And it's got a couple of doors dotted around on it. But there are these kind of dots of transmutation magic kind of dotted around the room within.
Okay.
Oh, I think you like. It's almost like you stopped. I thought there was more.
Oh, well, I mean, the only... let me describe what you're looking at a bit more, because I guess that doesn't... I've got an image in my head and I thought it was enough. But
You just stopped
There's-
talking very abruptly then, as if you were still mid-flow.
no, there's basically these... So what Enoch can sense is these points of transmutation kind of dotted around within the room.
Okay.
But otherwise, there's just this room with multiple doors kind of dotted around the outside. But there's nothing kind of forcing you to interact with it.
Wait, so we can't
archway
see
through
what's
it.
in
So
here.
it basically feels like a big corridor all the way round.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a room in a room.
Room in a room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are can you draw the points of transmutation magic, please?
Sure, let's be like... let me just check something actually. Sort of like that as you go around the edge of the room, that's what you can detect.
Okay. And
I would say as well, there could be more within
yeah.
that your thing doesn't reach.
And
What the hell was that squeaky chair, guys? Sorry.
Fucking hell. That's quite good, mate.
Sorry about that, fellas. Alright, so yeah, what do you want to do? You kind of...
can I look through a keyhole of one of these doors, or like?
So these are doors into a room, and these are the spots of transmutation
Yeah.
magic we can see through the keyholes, or whatever.
Yeah.
Vague sense with the detect.
Walls, sure.
Yeah. And there's an archway here, and as you sort of would go over there to have a little look-see, it's actually just a one thing like that, shape, which kind of branches across into a...
Oh my god, an angle.
I know, right?
Fuck off.
The architect got drunk when he made this room.
Yeah.
Oh, is that then another opening in that corner?
Yes.
Whoa.
In this room, there's not loads going on. There's basically just like a couple of sort of desks and these like sort of standing lamps and stuff. It almost looks like a sort of like a lounge room. There's also like a couple of sofas and some chairs and stuff like that in that room. Do you want to sketch some furniture?
Chairs and sofas and stuff.
Yeah, sofas and like tables and desks and stuff.
Tables and desks.
Can I look through a keyhole into this room, or
There's no keyholes on the doors.
no keyholes on the door? So it's an impregnable room.
No,
is it?
there's wooden doors.
Wooden doors.
Yeah.
Okay. And are they any? I don't know. Can I see under the door, or are they sealed? Or?
No, I mean I'd say it's like normal doors, so not really.
Are these are the
It's a little gap, but
lamps and torches? Would you say that they are lit magically in this corridor with that blue flame?
yes, yeah.
Is there any way to douse that flame?
Yeah, you could break them.
Oh,
Is there
if
any way
I sheathe Frostbrand and draw it, all non-magical lights are extinguished.
These are magical lights.
Fires.
Fires, fine, okay. Fires.
Is there any way to break the lamps quietly?
So as you go up to one, you can see that it's a kind of like a. It's almost like a jutting out of the wall. It's like an iron rod which holds like a small sort of silvery brazier. Brazier is a bra, right? Yeah. Brazier, yeah. And there's sort of like a glowing speck, which is the source of light, kind of hovering above it.
If I offer my hand near it, does it get hotter anyway?
Nope, you can sort of pass your hand right through it, and as you do, you can see your hand kind of almost like, you know, you hold a torch up against your hand, kind of like glows through
My
your
hand
hand.
light up.
But you can like shade it by covering it.
I was going to say, could potentially just like maybe take a bit of cloth out or something and just like try and
Well, so the
put it
the
round it.
orb
But it's-
itself is incorporeal.
Right.
So a cloth would flop through it, but
Right.
so if you had like a cup, you could place it cut as long as it touched the brazier, you know.
To stand on that.
What's the intention, by the way?
Dousing the light around one of the doorways were we to decide to enter,
Okay.
to potentially give us an
Good
advantage
choice.
of some kind.
Oh, nice. It's like your little. It's got good feng shui.
Is that a nice rug in the middle?
Oh, a lovely little rug. Moroccan, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Egyptian cotton.
Cost a pretty penny, let me tell you.
Got loads to hide the guys to mug in.
So yeah, what are we doing then? Unless you've got anything that you think you could do that with. You could try breaking the brazier if you want.
Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, with like, instead of potentially like striking it, maybe Gesh could sort of like, almost like using his body weight, sort of like lunge at
It's
it.
got a crowbar you can borrow.
Yeah, but the metal on metal might resonate quite a particular
Okay,
sound.
yeah, so-
Whereas
so
if I
give
could
me-
try and
give me
use some kind of my strength to maybe try and overpower it and just sort of break it from the
Yeah,
wall.
give me an athletics.
Are you trying to break a light?
Yes.
What
Just
kind of light is it?
So it's a,
It's like a
a
magical
small
orb.
silver brazier with a glowing orb floating above it.
Oh, okay.
An incorporeal orb that emits light. You do.
Got that one.
As you,
So I actually
as
hurt
you kind of step
myself.
into it, you just the brazier kind of like cuts into your arm slightly. You're like, oh fucking hell! As you take like 3 hit points.
For fuck's sake. Oh well.
Yeah, it's pretty tough for a brazier.
As I have now found out.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna drink my second invisibility potion.
Okay.
50 G's, baby.
I would say, just as a word of
Yeah.
advice, it might be worth drinking them when you like know what you're about to encounter. You know.
Yeah, then I'm
Otherwise,
gonna crack
it might be
open
wasted
the door.
money. Well, you might just, you know, go there and forget everything again. I mean, maybe that'd be mean of me, but you might do.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Time
well,
to change the plan.
perhaps if Enoch's going to drink the invisibility potion, then I might suggest to Dorwin that we retreat somewhat and allow him to scout around the room unseen.
Sure, we can guard the entrances to this room.
Maybe back to the hallway door. So,
A few guard this
which
one,
door are you?
this
Which
one.
as in like which door are you going into, Enoch?
One of these, I'm surely not the trapped one.
Yeah.
That one?
That one, because it's the furthest away from all the trap. Well, it's like got a nice trap-free area.
I thought the
These
what?
are the traps.
Yeah. Oh, I see. And then I would suggest that we come back here.
Sure, I'll go over this way. If you
Oh,
guard that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna check down this corridor, make sure no one's coming from the lounge.
Oh, in that case, then I'll guard that door and I'll drink us. Chill over here. Check. Keep an eye on things.
Check.
Cool. We've got marching order.
Okay.
Well, sort of.
Standing order.
Standing order.
Okay. So then, You going in, Enoch?
Yeah, I'm going to crack the door and, pop my head through.
Sure. So, as you open the door, you can see that within this room, there's kind of dotted around the place, just various bits of furniture, including a couple of suits of armour.
Okay.
You can sense this transmutation magic sort of emanating from these bits of furniture and the suits of armour as well.
Yeah.
In the centre of the room, there's a table, sort of like this.
Fuck, mate, that's a big ass table, boy.
And on it, there's a number of sort of like lock
Titties.
boxes.
Number of locked boxes.
Lock boxes. So you don't know if they're locked or not, but they're these like sort of little mini chests.
That's an Enoch play area.
Yeah. Okay.
And with that, psionically,
I need a wee real quick. Sorry.
Guess sort of says, well, Enoch, what do you see?
Some chests and some definitely enchanted suits of magical armour that are ready to fuck us if we enter this room.
And furniture.
It's Beauty and the Beast up in this bitch.
But, so none of it has changed form as of yet.
No, I don't reckon they know I'm here yet.
You're invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if they. What do you know about magical suits of armour, Dorwin? Can they see invisible shit?
Ones that are tied to traps will most likely
Not be able to perceive you until they're activated.
I see.
It's so like unique and refreshing. Like you. It's my birthday in a few days.
What's that?
Hayden's just tagged me in this thing on Facebook where SGP have basically, they've done like a call out. They've put a post on their Facebook saying that they want help to build the festival in June, and I might do it because I literally want to do it.
Yeah, fair.
What do you want to do?
SGP have put a call out to help build it
Oh yeah,
on Facebook, and I might
Volunteer?
might
Get
volunteer,
paid.
yeah.
There's have you seen they've just put out I think they put out a similar thing a while ago, but it's confirmed now that they're doing no headliners.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
yeah.
Save some money.
Well,
They were like, we could either have one headliner or like 300 small acts.
Yeah.
It's like, the choice seems obvious.
yeah.
But yeah, so, yeah. What would you like to do?
So far,
So I spoke to Dorwin about his knowledge of magical traps,
Mm-hmm.
and he reckoned that the suits of armour wouldn't become activated until they knew I was there.
I said until they were triggered, until the trap was triggered.
Okay.
do you see?
Do you see, like, because obviously the crossbows could perceive me when I was invisible. But that was like technology.
Technology.
Would
Slightly magical technology, obviously, they
yeah.
can protect you.
Sure. Do you reckon these suits of armour have the same kind of magic mumbo jumbo in them? Were the crossbows magic then? Were they glowing?
I would say that they, they themselves weren't, basically, that's all I'll tell you for now. So
Right.
they didn't have any magic emanating from them themselves.
Intriguing.
Enoch, can you see any magic based around these jewellery boxes?
Can can I?
Oh, okay. Oh, Enoch. Sorry, I thought you said doorway for some reason. Can you see magic around these?
Yeah.
No.
And the magic is just concentrated around the suits of armour.
And the furniture.
And the furniture, yeah.
And the furniture. Okay. Well, I'm going in, but position yourselves around each of the other doorways and be ready to jump in if I need a hand, guys.
Yes, should you need us, the door, we will
Open it.
open it.
And come in.
Fucking hell.
We have a climax!
Nailed it.
Dragos gonna move up there, so that as soon as there was we're sort of poised, ready to burst through the door.
SWAT team.
Should the suits of armor and furniture, come to life.
C4 planted. Okay. So yeah, what do you want to do?
So I'm going to walk up the wall and along the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah. As you move your little guy, I would say that as you do so, nothing seems to be going on really.
No? Okay. On the ceiling here.
Yeah, you're all good. I'd say you find yourself walking around the room a bit fairly cautiously, but there's nothing seems to be happening as you're walking around. Yeah, it seems okay.
Okay. How tall is the ceiling?
In here, it's same as outside, about 25 feet or so.
25 foot, so much taller than this.
Yeah. Sort of like maybe double the height of this.
You're trying to do a little Spider-Man down and maybe try and open
Yeah.
a little lockbox.
I know what I'm buying next. I'm buying some green goo.
Cool, mate. Anyway, moving on. no, sorry, go on.
Really, really sticky goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To stick a rope to.
Yeah.
You can. There is magical glue in D&D world.
Some spidey glue. Some
Yeah.
spider silk.
You
or
normally
something
can't unglue it without a magical solvent, though, by the way, in the
Okay.
rules. But you can just buy some solvent too. It's not super expensive.
I could also just cut like that much off my rope.
Or you can get some solvent. What are you, some scumbag with frayed ends?
I'm a scumbag with a fancy cigar lighter that can burn me back.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, for his glow sticks, he's got this like jewel encrusted lighter.
Cool. Nice.
Okay, well in that case,
I feel like you've said matches an awful lot when you can like
yeah.
you just don't use it very often.
It's more of a ceremonial thing.
Okay. It's there to it's a sentimental thing.
It's
to
only
reflect
for-
1 hour in the future at some point.
It's only for cigars, not glow sticks.
Oh yeah, but I don't smoke cigars, so
I know you.
yeah.
It's given to me by an ex, so I don't really know.
Oh yeah.
So alright, with
It's got
the
E plus M forever.
okay, so with that I'm going to disconnect myself from the ceiling and with my cloak of the bat float silently down onto the table.
Okay, yeah. You're now sort of surrounded by these various sort of iron and wood lockboxes.
Yeah. I say, hey Gesh, crack that door as much as you dare, but stay out of sight.
Okay. What shall I roll to see how successful that is?
I guess you could give a stealth a go.
Yeah.
Get Dragos out of the way. He's lying down here now.
He's right next to me because he'll be the one taking point into the room.
Yeah, but you're staying outside. And Dragos is saying.
20.
Okay.
Dirty.
Nice. Yeah, you feel pretty sneaky.
Yeah, cool. Okay, like I say, I'll very gently sort of, lift the bolt and just
You can
move
see
it ever so slowly.
as you do, you sort of peer into the gap and you can see a little goblin sitting on a table in a room
I'm
adorned
invisible.
with fine furniture. You do not see a goblin.
It's an empty room with a table with no goblin on it.
With footprints on the dusty ceiling.
And now a pair of boot prints in the middle of the table. As well.
No, they'd keep this place clean. They got magics, didn't they? But yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Nothing more going on.
Alright, I'm going to very cautiously looking around.
You see me just cracking the door.
Yeah, I'm going
as
like,
well. Yeah.
and stay there. I'm going.
I'm
but
you're
whilst
invisible,
looking,
mate. I can't see.
Well, no, but I don't because it's natural. So I'm like,
and I'm just like because I can't see what he's doing.
and then so whilst looking around, I'm going to put one finger on one of the lock boxes.
Okay.
I've readied an action of shooting an arrow at the closest suit of armour to Enoch.
Or furniture.
Yes, furniture are significantly more armor. Have lower AC than an armor suit.
Okay, the closest. No, the closest source of transmutation magic to Enoch I am aiming at currently.
Sure.
I'm readying an attack.
I would say there's other things in here which also aren't exuding transmutation, but like some furniture is, some furniture isn't.
Sure.
But yeah, you put a finger on.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Alright. I'm gonna try and open it.
Okay. As you open up, should we say maybe this lockbox?
Yeah.
Close to it? As you open it up, you peer inside and you see that there's 2 large blue sapphires. You'd reckon they're worth about £1 each.
What do you see, Enoch?
Nothing. Just fucking scrolls and parchment.
Dorwin will love all that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Hastily scribbles down some notes.
Yeah, clearly goblin handwriting.
Enoch was here. What are you doing?
Chill out. You're gay.
Alright, okay.
Have you seen any It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah,
You know how Charlie is illiterate basically?
Yeah.
Just like a note like that. Like, me want money, give me money. Now, me have cancer. Yeah.
Cancer's sad.
Yeah. Me give me money now. Yeah.
Right,
So yeah, there's 2 gems there.
I'm going to open up all of the boxes. We're going to try and open up all the boxes then before taking the gems. See what's in them.
You go around, you open each of the boxes, and they each contain between 1 and 3 gems of varying quality.
Okay. Looking at the piece of furniture next to me, the one I put a finger on one of the gems.
One that's transmutated. You put a finger on a gem?
Whilst readying a dodge.
Okay, sure.
Facing the piece of furniture that I'm also aiming at.
Okay. When you touch the gem, nothing seems to happen. This man is absolutely minted. Clearly knows what's going to happen if it progresses further.
Are you?
What's the worth of the gems in the...
They're all so it varies
Total?
between. Oh, so all of them.
Oh, is he literally flipped? Have you flipped all the lids?
They're all gems.
And they're all different gems.
Yeah.
I'd say total. How many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd say there's probably about £12,000 worth of gems.
I think that's going to leave it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Gesh knows, it's just full of scrolls and shit. So you know.
I mean, you're looking in the room, aren't you?
No,
I've
he's
not
not in the room.
I've not crossed the threshold. No.
Fine.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You want to leave them?
Yeah.
Wasted good loot that. So, okay.
What's in these boxes, Enoch? What do you see?
Well, there's some gems, but to be honest, after our recent haul in the Don's Vault, and they're not magical items, that seems a bit like a high risk strategy. What with these obvious magical traps in the room.
Are they anything on those Inakenti diamonds that you so kindly gifted me?
Probably as good, mate. If not, I hate to say it, a little better.
What? These are better than the diamonds you gave me?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, I thought
Some maybe are
I
average
thought-
now, but some
I thought the fucking damn diamonds I got were fucking whammo.
Yeah, these are good gems.
Oh, I thought diamonds were worth like fucking plat. Like big fucking, you know, like magical.
Well, yeah, these are smaller. They're smaller, but they look like very fine quality.
Because I always envision. I envisioned when like Dorwin took 10k, Enoch took 100k. Like the gems that I took had an equivalent value of like 20 to 30k sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they were because they were really, really high clarity sort of.
Yeah, I will say that some of them are as nice and most of them aren't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, mate, I don't think it's worth it. We're here to do a job. Let's just get here. Let's just find what we came here for, and on the way out, we'll nab the gems.
Yes, and if it's a trap set specifically for plundering this loot, then there's no reason that they will come after us as we leave if we leave it alone.
Agreed.
All right, nice.
Another 25k wasted.
No, mate, I'm still invisible. It's only about 5 minutes.
No fair.
Yeah, not even. What you
What
got there?
What you got there for?
Pasta.
That's a big portion.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. What kind of pasta is it?
Pizza pasta.
Oh,
Has it got pet bits in?
banging.
Those are pepperoni.
Pizza pasta.
Yeah.
It's
My-
fucking bizarre the way he like dehydrates the pepperoni, like makes it so crispy, and
Glaze
then
does.
and then he adds the tomato sauce in it, like fucking
Absorbs it all.
yeah,
Ah,
it
it's
like
cool.
rehydrated with it's like the crispy saltiness and meatiness, like rehydrated with tomato sauce. It's
But
pretty
you
banging.
fry like the shallots and garlic in the oil from the pepperoni, and then add in sauce, and then add in the pepperoni back, so it gets the like pizza flavour. And then
How do you dehydrate it? Did you do it in the air
just fry
fryer?
it? No, literally just fry it.
Oh, you literally.
Yeah, because you want the oil. You need the oil to
Oh.
fry the shallots in, and then you stick
No
mozzarella,
idea.
basil.
Oh, so it's kind of just like doing it with streusel then, in a way.
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah,
soda,
yeah.
slightly in flavour.
Van.
Yeah, I don't.
France.
What have we
The
got?
spaghetti. Was it spaghetti?
Oh yeah.
That was good,
It's
right?
delicious.
Yeah. I can't remember because I remember we just took every ingredient we had and put all
with
of
a
them
bit
in
of
the
lemon.
same.
In each one of these long boxes was precious gems.
And like a
But
whole block of cheese. And we were just like,
Enoch basically surmised that if we touch the gems, it's going to treat the traps, so we left them alone and we moved on.
Sure. Just like random gems and
Yeah, there
each
weren't
of them
anything special.
Yeah.
Going to be used for like a key or anything like that. Just regular oil.
That was
when you've settled in, and try by that.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you've decided to move into the comfy lounge room.
Yeah.
There is a doorway.
Any magic?
No magic.
There is an Egyptian rug on the ground.
It's probably worth about 700,000 platinum.
Should we cut it up into small pieces and take it?
Enoch fashions himself a cape out of it.
It's really heavy. It's like got a stiff bottom. Oh, thanks, mate.
So we've gone in here.
Yeah.
Cool. This was a door, was it?
Yeah.
Can I try a little bit?
It's got knowledge.
Thanks, mate.
Mm.
Just the way it was slopping around there. With the way.
Slopping around the Christmas tree. Okay. Yes, so through there is a door.
I'm winning.
A door. Now,
Enoch is going to look in the desk first and see what's in there.
yeah, so.
My house is fine.
Can I have another one? The door, is there enough space for that room? Yeah, fuck it, doesn't have to be huge. Can you just do a big square room there?
Which orientation?
Like,
No, back with the grid.
How big we talking?
pretty big, like fill up, go go to about here, and about there, and then just go to the edge of the map.
Big old boy. Big old boy. Big old boy. Big old boy.
Fucking delicious.
Got rest.
Keep drawing, baby.
Why don't you draw for a bit?
Yeah. Would you like to go through?
Is there any more doors in there?
Ah?
What? What'd you say?
You say what? Yes. Yes. How are you approaching this?
The door.
I'm going to look in the desk.
Looking in the desk. You rifle around through the desk and you find
Dragos is on the desk sniffing Enoch's feather in the top of his hat.
That's
you
what it
find
smells like.
various you find various very very fine inks and beautiful bits of bare parchment.
Enoch's having them.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yeah, very high quality inks. Very nice. And then what's next?
I guess we're going through the door into the final room this way.
Enoch, how many inks did you find there?
7.
Do you need all 7, or could I perhaps have one?
Are they different colours?
They're either black or blue.
Oh, yeah, you can have one. I thought they were colours of the rainbow.
No, sorry.
Excellent, thank you, Enoch.
Okay. And red as well. It's red there too.
Okay. Enoch prefers the red one because red writing makes it go faster.
Orc logic.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's the dealio then?
Looks like we're going through the door.
Okay.
Any magic in there?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There is. You can sense just on the cusp of where you are. You can sense before you go to the door. You can sense there's a little bit of necromantic energy going on in there.
Just before we do, can I just say that on like some of the side tables in here, there might just be some like nice cloths, and I'll just whip them away and stash them in my pack. Just
Yeah, you want some cloth?
just to use with potion making, you know.
Okay, yeah. Common ingredient.
He wants to make a Molotov.
Yeah. Yeah, he takes that like ultimate hell potion he's got. He's just like.
Lord Astonon's ash, just like dashing it in.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a door. You wanna...
And some necrotic energy coming from within.
Can
Yeah,
you
some peachy
pinpoint
green.
roughly where it's coming from within?
Yeah. So if you were here, you'd sense a bit here, and you'd
Do you
sense a
want
bit
to
here
draw it
too.
or
No, I'm not going.
Okay.
I'll draw some stuff.
Oh,
once
so
you go
towards the front.
towards the edges. Yeah.
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 Okay. Enoch's still invisible, right?
Yeah.
I'd say that it kind of the necromantic energy kind of takes the form of almost like these sort of hazy outlined kind of 10-foot tall sort of ovoids.
Okay. Well, there's two big necrotic green things in that next room doorway.
Why don't you go find out what they are?
Is this still magically lit as well with those same orbs in this room?
Where you are now,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're more of like an orange, more glow.
But they still
Sort of
have the
imitating
same
fire.
brassiere.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to try and shoulder barge it again.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No.
Learn your lesson.
I might suggest that as Enoch, I tell you what, as Enoch's opening the door, Gesh is behind the desk readying an attack through the doorway.
Okay.
Sort of, can I say that's sort of half cover, potentially?
The desk. Yeah, for sure. So,
Alright,
you slipping in?
Crack open the door.
Give me a
Dragos.
stealth, boy.
Dragos is behind a chair over here. I don't know what Dawn's doing.
I'm going to be actually kind of ready to jump in just in case.
Yeah, cool.
What do you get?
And invisibility is +10, is it?
No.
Is it advantage?
No. It just alters the
It
roll.
just makes it easier to do.
Oh, okay. I got 29.
Okay, nice. You're able to slip in before even any light penetrates through the door as you kind of sneak through. And what you can see around you.
So he's closed the door behind him.
door locks and the traps activate.
The room starts filling with lava. Necrotic lava.
Lava that's back from the dead.
Lava that was killed and then brought back.
Zombie lava.
Sounds dope as fuck.
What is bullshit you've got?
As you step through, you can see that there's a man stood over here.
What?
An elven mage sits there, scrawling away, and you can see kind of dotted around this area. There's like a sort of chest over here. That turned out surprisingly well. and yeah, they're kind of scribbling away on this desk. You see that they're stood up. They've got a standing desk. It's got a bad back. And all around you, exuding this necrotic energy, are these large, like Bacta tanks, and containing within them are these huge, like hulking masses, highly muscled beings that seem to have adopted slight traits of animals, like the scaly skin of a crocodile or the sort of fur of a bear and overhanging fangs. They're all kind of in there, clearly these strange experiments. As you step through, you see that they kind of look over to the door, doing something, but they don't seem to say anything.
But they're inside tanks, each of them, are they? You say?
Yes, they're all in these like tanks of green fluid that's kind of bubbling up. And you can see through the fluid, and yeah, there's these sort of hulking forms. You see they've got these various sort of tubes.
But they're lucid.
They see they're like just kind of looking around and stuff. In addition, there's a lever here on the wall. Just your lever, just your lever. It seems like the mage hasn't detected your presence.
But the things inside knew that the door was opened.
Yes.
I think they detected my presence, boys. Alright, well no one's attacking me just yet, and I'm staying close to the door. Come up close to the door and be ready to burst in if I need support. I can see a mage and 6 monstrosities.
Fergie, do you want to move? Yeah.
And
Dragos in front of you.
Boys are scrambling his tagliatelle. Just getting some HP back, boys. Yeah.
To be fair, that would restore at least 10 of my hit.
Yeah. So yeah.
The way I see it, we got 2 options. This mage, she definitely ain't friendly when she knows of our presence, and the way I see it, we've got a chest with what could have had the sword and a lever, potentially to another room, or to fucking release these fucking, I don't even want to know what they are, fucking hyena monkeys.
Monstrosities. Yeah.
Monstrosities.
Is each one of them different as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look extremely powerful.
So is one maybe like a gorilla or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's got like the claws of a lion kind of embedded into fat human fingers.
Well, if there's anything we do know, taking out one mage and getting the drop on her is not too difficult, especially when she don't know that we're coming, eh?
Yes, but us also slinking into the room unnoticed is far less likely than your stealthy skills.
At this
were able
point,
to get you in.
you detect a psychic request, almost knocking on your walls, asking to come in.
Absolutely fucking not.
You sure?
Someone knocking. Wow.
They're like, you know, they're not trying to barge in. They're saying, like, excuse me, anyone in?
From my experience with psychic powers, is that is it possible to overwhelm someone's psychic presence? With this kind of sort of.
From your experience of having dealt with psychic entities, you found that typically, if something has the power to do that, it will do it. You know, you get I would say, well, you know, I want to make an insight check into this psychic.
Well,
occurrence.
yeah, because you remember when we were in the Drovnar Peaks and Lord Astanon tried it, and
22.
you very
22.
temporarily saw, but then were able to defend from it.
That was only because of some godlike rolling, though.
I would say with the 22, this almost comes across as like, almost like you know, it comes across as polite as somebody knocking on a door in real life, you know.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have any malice behind it, but at the same time, you don't necessarily know what would happen. But you feel like if whatever this was powerful enough to negatively affect you, it would be trying to do so. You know, always seems like a reaching out rather than a.
All right. Okay. I'll let it play, but have my guard up ready to repel, like ready a psychic dodge.
As you do.
Knock on the door. I'll let you in, Dick.
As you sort of connect to this tendril, you hear, "Brother, we've reached you, have we?"
What's going on?
It says, "As you can see, our circumstance here is somewhat, well, diminished. We wish nothing more than to be free. Please, pull the lever."
Oh, you're the people inside the tanks, are you?
They say, "Yes, we're not sure where you are, but nonetheless, we can sense your psychic presence." I would say as well that this almost seems to be coming as like it sounds like a multitude of voices, basically like six different voices coming in at once.
How'd you get in here?
He says, "We were not always this way. We were brought here, captured if you will, and then forced to endure these tanks at the hands of this mage."
So she's not one of the good guys then?
Not to us, no.
I'm here to do a very specific job, and that mage is presenting a threat at the moment. Be silent. Do not alert her of my presence, and I will consider your request.
He just says, you just hear a "please," before you take any action. We would all gain much pleasure from eviscerating the mage, limb from limb.
Enoch, the mage does have them captive currently.
Okay. Alright. Well then, your wish in that case is my command. And I'm going to throw out a psychic dagger to try and spin the lever and then just leave the room.
Sure.
Can we like try and bar the door as well, like when he does that?
If you want.
To stop me. Prank!
As you hear as you spin the lever, I'll say that you're about to do that because it's, just sort of right there, it's quite cool. It kind of goes, and you sort of immediately step out.
Or do you wait to watch for a sec?
I'm gonna have like half a foot out the door, but kind of like looking.
Okay, sure.
You
so
know,
do you have the door like slightly ajar?
Or
as in just before you go
just
back
before I'm like, just as I'm like this,
like
like
you want to sort of see what happens.
I'm like
ready to dip.
yeah.
You see that immediately the bottom of the tanks like open up and the fluid just goes and pours out, and immediately the mage he's speaking in Elvish, but you see he kind of turns around and has this like surprised exclaimed look, and as these glass tanks begin to rise up, you see that the mage kind of throws out one hand and like pins one of them against the back of the tank, and then throws out another hand and pins the other one, and then as they start to raise it further and further, you see that they start to move more and more, and this elf has like a panicked expression on his face, and then they just smash through the glass and they just swarm him, and you see the first one to get to him just cracks him across the head and he just fucking explodes against the wall. And you see that as they're in there, they kind of run over to the other ones and begin like smashing the glasses and kind of throwing stuff around the room. And they're kind of like lumbering, stood there, and as they're kind of walking around, and they just exude psionically together. Brother, you freed us. Where are you? Show yourself.
Nah, you're all good, mate.
Fucking hell.
He says,
Absolutely terrified.
But he says, do not disallow us this warm embrace. You see that they're kind of like shaking fluid off their legs and stuff. One of them's kind of got
My boy.
what kind of got like a long tail, and he says, I need to know your temperament. Tell me, what is your feelings of Les Roses?
Not a fan. Not a fan. I would say, whilst not, probably about to be actively against them and potentially starting a war. Who knows? You never know what transpires, but certainly no ally of them.
He says, one of them kind of lumbering around, you see he's kind of sniffing the air, and he's like, you are our ally. Show yourself, we will not harm you.
Nah, the thing is, mate, these invisibility potions, they're dead expensive.
He said you would do us a great dishonor, but nonetheless, we shall be returning to the surface. We will wreak havoc throughout Les Roses as long as we live.
Well, job's a good one then, mate. Listen, no hard feelings. I think you're an absolute sport. It's just that I'm here to do a job, and that job involves my one remaining invisibility potion that I'd really like to keep hold of.
He says,
We're here.
However, I do have two comrades that were assisting me just behind that door. If you just open it, do us a favour, act like you're gonna kill him first, because I reckon it would scare the pants off the little gnome out there.
as they do, you see that they kind of simultaneously audibly grunt. They always go, ugh! And they just sort of psionically say, and they mean us no harm.
Nah, mate, you're all good. I just can't wait to see the look on the little gnome's face.
He says, they say, very well. We will make our way to the surface. If we see you there on our way out, please do us the honor. We wish nothing more than for the warm embrace. With that, from your guys' perspective, you just see the door kind of swing open, and these hulking masses just step forward, and you see that they kind of like walk up to you and they kind of stare you down in the face, like to you, Gesh, they're like looking down on you like this. And you see just kind of like exhaling hot air onto your face. And their bestial presence, and you just sort of, Enoch, what you hear, you just hear, their thoughts are most interesting, but their psionic powers are weak. Be seeing you. And with that, they basically...
No words are spoken audibly. It's also they're just all psionic communication.
Yeah, they make like these kind of grunts and stuff like that as they move, but they just kind of like all step past you and begin making their way through like squeezing their
Enoch,
way
would
through the
these not
corridors.
be worthy allies to have it with us moving forward?
Well, they say they're going to go and wreak havoc upstairs and hopefully distract a good portion of the Les Roses guards. I hope they understand my reasons. I'll make it up to them when we're on the way out. Hopefully they've taken out a good chunk of the Les Roses meatheads before we get up to the surface.
Yeah, maybe like as the first one lumbers through, like Gesh is like startled, almost like, I don't know, ready to jump to action, but then realising that they're lumbering past by the fourth one, he sort of like nods at him in respect and then enters the room.
Yeah, nice. I would say that as they kind of walk past you, you feel this like, where for you guys it's harder to determine like language, but you can sense intent like exuding from them.
Ask about the fucking sheen.
The sheen?
The psionic sheen.
Ah, yeah, before you go, guys, have you ever been anywhere else inside this labyrinth, or just, cooped up in those tanks?
Our memories from before are hazy, and the unification of our minds have caused us to lose touch with what we once were. I'm afraid I cannot aid you with the information of this place.
No worries, mate. You go have fun up there. We'll come say hi on the way out.
He says, we will do our best. Or I guess in reality they wouldn't even say we, they just say I'm going to do my best, because they're just like a single unit from their perspective. So yeah, keep going, and you see that Diesel. You can see that the mage essentially has exploded, so it's just like a kind of like loose robes with just chunks of flesh and bone just jutting out of the robes to one side.
What colour are the robes?
They're kind of like a reddish
gore colour.
Yeah, doesn't matter what colour they were before. No,
grey matter.
Yeah. No, you can see that they were red beforehand as well, like kind of a red silk.
Does this mage have a spellbook?
They do.
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
Perhaps I could use the mage's cloak as a cloak myself.
It's pretty like covered in guts.
Yeah, but you know, like
I'm gonna see what is inside the chest.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm going to rifle through whatever notes on his table. See what he's trying to do.
Sure, yeah. So, do you speak Elvish? You do. Oh, and you also can comprehend languages anyway. True. So you can see that it's basically, he's got this kind of large main tome and then a couple of other bits of parchment, smaller books that are used for general note-taking. As you kind of flick through them, kind of interpreting what you're seeing, you can see all of these, this kind of combination of artificery, magic that's kind of used as like a baseline beneath like necromancy, and what you would see is familiar with the process of making like golems and stuff like that, like entities that you can lock into place and protect a location or protect a person or something like that. Within it there's a bunch of incredibly foul magics and experiments where you can see the what these people presumably would have endured. And you can see that there's, flicking through it, there's these incredibly complicated, like arcane operations on their brains and also on their physical bodies as well, where they've essentially been broken into pieces and had various sort of elements placed into them, including the harnessing of like nature magic as well, which is, from an arcane perspective, incredibly hard to do. These would, the sort of things that you're witnessing would kind of ring true with, if you've ever come across any tomes or heard any discussion about the kind of experiments undertaken at Amlon, which is a sort of an elven city.
That's what Badar robbed to get cursed.
Yeah. They're kind of like, from what you would have learned just from being on the surface, and probably what sort of stuff that Gesh would know, for example, from just living in this area and things, would know that Amlon are sort of like a sovereign nation. They don't ally themselves with any one thing. People don't really know what their desires are, but they're pretty xenophobic in general. So it kind of rings true with that kind of thing.
For wood elves?
Yes, they don't like wood elves at all, yeah. In terms of what you find in the chest...
Is it locked?
No. Not to you. I'd say I had a simple lock on it and you were able to, it wasn't like magically locked or anything like that. Within, again, there's some fine things. There's
no, it's a 23.
There's some like surgical tools and stuff like that, as there would be in the drawers of the things as well. There's also once again like paper and inks and that kind of thing. There's also in there 3 potions of mind reading and 2 potions of superior healing.
Nice.
Again?
3 potions of mind reading and 2 potions of superior healing.
Can I also prestidigitate a small spark to set this book on fire?
That's the studying book.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can destroy that.
Necromancy work.
Just foul, twisted magics should have no place on this earth.
Yeah. This is the thing. Is in the D&D world, of my D&D world anyway, necromancy isn't considered like inherently evil. So it wouldn't be necessarily that it's necromantic, but just that it's so cruel.
Yeah.
Regardless of necromancy, you know.
But what part of it did you say was particularly oppressive though? When you were saying it was like.
Oh, the fact that they've managed to incorporate nature magic,
Yeah.
which is normally kind of inaccessible to, or very difficult to access by
Mind reading.
arcane
Oh, yeah.
measures.
Do you want a potion of mind reading, Gish?
It certainly might not hurt.
Crack on then, my son.
Let's say there's maybe like $1,000 in there as well, just for good measure.
Okay. So that's 250 gold each. No, 333.
33 silver.
That's 33 pounds. Wait, no, it's 3 silver. It's 10 silver to a gun, right?
Yes.
I might do with one of those healing potions right now, to be honest. That crossbow, it took something out of me.
You can't have the healing potion.
No.
Nah, you can have a healing potion, mate.
Just so you know, superior is 8d4 plus 4.
Gives you loads.
Can I drink half of it?
I tell you what, mate.
Those aren't the rules, I'm afraid.
I tell you what, mate. Oh my.
Wait, are they the rules? Can you drink half of a potion?
Holy shit! I've actually. Wait, hang on, Gesh. I've actually got a lot of those potions actually.
Keep the superior and give me something. Oh, actually.
You can have a greater healing potion.
Give me a greater.
Well,
Give me your greater. I probably ended up giving it. I probably brewed it for you, to be honest.
Apparently the healing part is the sludge at the bottom.
Before you do that, let's do a.
So 4d4 plus 4. Yeah, that's what I
hang on,
need.
before you do that.
Oh.
So the average roll for a superior is 24.
I need 20 health points, so I don't really want to. I'd rather just have the greater because it's 44 plus 4.
Well, so the average for that would be 14.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
You could roll low or high.
yeah. But I'd rather not waste any, you know?
Yeah. Well, I guess if you had half a superior, it'd be the same anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Actually less. It'd be 44 plus 2.
Isn't it 40? No, because it's 8d4 plus 8. So
Is it plus 8?
it'd be 2d4 plus 4. So.
Oh yeah, no, I've written it down.
So it is less. Yeah.
No,
because
it'd be 84 plus 8. You're right.
28 average.
I mean, you're drinking basically half of it.
I'm having that greater healing potion. Cool.
Okay then. What is next then, my boys?
Can I make an active perception check in the room?
Yeah.
I got a 10.
It looks like everything I've described so far.
Can I have a quick flick through this spellbook? I assume it's mainly necromancy spells.
There's a bit of a mix, really. Bit of a mix, yeah. I mean, you know, there's quite a few spells in there that you wouldn't have, you know.
Just as a.
Generate some random spells and stuff.
I think Hold Monster might be in there. Considering that's what he did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that could have been a whole person though.
What?
Surely they're not a humanoid.
I think it has to be a human.
What are you talking about?
Whole person has to be a humanoid.
Isn't it?
Where?
Yeah, target humanoid you can see. I mean, those guys would actually be considered humanoid.
Really?
Yeah, humanoid's kind of anything with
Humans
2
still
legs
were.
and
Had
2
to be given
arms.
animal features.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I thought they were animals that had been like mutated into like half a hyena,
Oh,
half
no,
They had
humans,
lives
which is-
before, they said.
Yeah. Flicking through the notes as well, I would say that maybe one of the things you would have seen as well is that though each of the people in here, they were actually people who have attempted to break into their roses in the past.
Goodness.
Yeah.
There's 3 empty tanks at the end.
Okay. So then, what are you doing next?
That way.
You want to go that way? Oh, the other thing is the mage on his person
Have the key for this.
has a glowing gold blue key.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Probably through there then.
Yeah, key room.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Wait, that's not how you get there.
Yeah, well, it's for you because you can do what you want. 'Cause you're magic.
Go and TP.
You guys all a little bit of a shudder as you walk past that strange door.
Yeah, I just back it up to the strange door.
It's like, I'm imagining it's like the rave that Super Hands goes to, and then Mark goes to join and he's out there like, fucking hell, Jess, don't go in there.
Yeah, you just sort of have this memory of entering and leaving and nothing more. As you, yeah, that's totally normal evening then. So this, I'm actually going to draw this over here just because it's a slight.
Immersion, bro.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Well, could you? What? There's a bit of space there. Could we just pull the mat over?
No.
No.
Well, there's not enough space basically.
Alrighty.
I'll do it here.
Do you want to add another map?
It's all right. This is with this room and that room. That's everything in the dungeon. So, spoiler alert. How do they do it? Right.
How does who do it?
You fucking scrub.
Cheating.
Wait, why am I cheating?
Because you're a scrub.
Nicking a dungeon off someone.
No, I've just got a shape of a dungeon. Nothing else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As in a shape that's. I mean, I did randomly generate a shape because CVA to draw out our dungeon,
Sure.
and then I populated it.
Gotcha.
Don't think of me like that.
Is it another room within a room?
It is a room within a room. Okie dokie then. So you guys have entered from this way.
Okay. Right, we'll go on in.
Wagwanin. Well then.
Is detect magic still on the go? Is invisibility still on the go?
Yeah.
Invisibility is. Detect magic.
Would be.
Oh, yeah,
Going
'cause-
to the
You can cast it at will, right?
Yeah.
So you
10
can
minutes.
And then only-
text magic.
It would only take you like 30 seconds to walk back through there.
Oh no, it's ritual, isn't it? So
Yeah.
10 minutes.
But then does that mean that invisibility's gone by that point?
No, because I'm not concentrating on invisibility technically because it's a potion.
But even timing wise, we've not used up an hour, even if he's
Yeah.
cast.
Oh, it's an hour.
Invisibility is now.
Oh, chilling.
That being said, this would be your third cast with detect magic, so we're half an hour
Half
plus
hour,
how
yeah.
much time you've done stuff. If you want to cast it now.
No, I cast detect magic here,
Yeah.
then took my invisibility potion. And I
Oh,
haven't cast
yeah,
detect
second,
magic
you had your
since.
second.
So actually
Yeah,
we've just
yeah,
had, like,
you did two
I took my
potions.
potion here,
Yeah.
and then I've just done this, and now back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
here.
yeah. We'll get the second potion.
So, basically, dotted around, kind of either side of you, there's on both ways round this external corridor to this room. Which, by the way, that internal room is that kind of fine marble. It's not like the cobble room from before. But there's multiple instances of like magical stuff, basically, predominantly evocation.
More blue shiny vines.
And also, either side of you at the moment, Gesh, you can detect sort of slight seams in the ground where there's actual physical traps either side of you as well.
What's your passive perception, Yesh?
17.
Damn.
Mine's also 17.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. You would have seen them turrets. How's it 17?
My wisdom is 16, and my passive perception is 17.
Your wisdom is 16, which is a plus 3, and then you're proficient in perception, are you? Which would be
Yeah.
an additional 4, so yeah, it would be 17.
Plus
Fair
7.
enough, mate. Sorry about that. I had them written down before, but I thought I'd memorise them.
No, I'm pretty perceptive.
Mine's 16,
Decent.
and I've only got 12 wisdom, and I'm not proficient in perception.
Oh, do you have a feat? Oh, is this from your eye? Yeah.
My eye things probably gives me some extra perception.
Yeah.
My eagle eyes, if I go long.
Yeah, sure. So base it should be what 13. What's your wisdom?
12.
Then it should be 11, I think. You're not proficient in perception. Yeah. So yeah, dot around. There's quite a few different things going on.
What different things are going on?
So you've got a physical trap in the floor here. There are also there's an intensely focused dot here and here of evocation magic. I mean, they're technically out of your range at the moment, but you'd see them if you went that way, so I'll just do that for now. But beyond that, I guess, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
And then what's in the middle? Oh.
Just like a wall, basically.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're essentially in a corridor that goes left and right with
Sure.
symmetrical traps.
All right. I'm going to disarm one of the traps.
Okay, sure. Give me your roll.
Oh no! I rolled a 2. I got a 23.
I mean, that's going to disarm it.
So it's nat 1 or bust.
It's nat 1 or 23.
Or nat 20.
Yeah,
That's-
you're able to disable them. So what you do is you basically do a little around the edges of the seams. You kind of get out your tools and begin kind of manipulating stuff, feeling little pressure points and locks and stuff like that and gears. And as you do, you're able to. All you do by disarming these is they essentially just open up, and you can see it's just an old school spike pit.
All right.
Kind of maybe like a 10-foot drop into spikes.
What do you say? Then long jump is, as long as you get a 10-foot jump, it's then just your strength.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Jump over them. We can
Yeah.
all jump over them.
Do you want to do that?
How wide are they, sorry?
10 foot.
How can I jump over them?
You can get thrown over though.
You can ride Dragos over them.
You'll have to toss me.
So who's doing the jump? Who's going first?
Well, I mean, actually, I'm not even going to jump. I'm going to just walk onto the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fly.
and just walk around.
Okay.
On the ceiling.
Or maybe you jump and put Dorwin and Dragos or something?
Yeah, alright, I'll jump. I'll go first, yeah.
Okay, and which are you all going the same way or are you going different ways?
Yeah, we're the same way.
Same way, I think.
Okay, nice. Which way? Right.
I'm going to hang back now that Kesha's gone over.
Can you all give me a... Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Whoa!
All of us.
Yeah.
Is it against me? I got 14.
14, okay.
$22.
You got a 22?
I got a 22 as well.
Okay. So you negate all damage by a success, right?
Yeah.
On dex save, you get half damage from a success, and you fail, so you get full damage.
Okay. From
You-
what?
From basically as soon as any of you step this way, both of these traps shoot a torrent of ice that just blasts through, just like a laser beam of ice that just fills both edges of this corridor, kind of filling the area, and you take 114 points of damage. Okay, and you take half that.
So 57.
Yeah.
Is that hasn't instantly killed Dorwin, has it? Wait, is it? You got to do double your.
It would have to be 83 hit points. I'd have to get 166 points.
Oh yeah, no, he's not an instant death for Dorwin. No. But
Instant death is double full damage, right?
double your max health, yeah. Even
Yeah,
if you've
yeah.
got one hit point, he'd still need to get 116.
Okay.
Can I disarm magical traps as a rogue?
I think rules is written. I think you can.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Wait, you knew these traps were there?
Yeah, I did know the trap was there. I thought I couldn't disarm it. My
I
bad.
can disarm magical traps as well.
So,
Not
as this,
right now, you
No,
can't.
not the moment.
as this, I mean, you know, I've said that, described it, but we'll go from there. So,
I thought you said it was a pit of spikes.
I did, and I
two
said there were
dots.
two
Oh,
dots of
evocation magic.
I said intensely sourced evocation
I
magic.
didn't hear that bit.
So yeah, these double beam. It's almost like a laser of ice, just kind of whizzes through like a particle cannon, and immediately Dorwin is frozen in place like this, stiff as a board, and his eyes kind of roll into the back of his head. Gesh, you kind of like you shield yourself against it, and you kind of get this like frostbitten ice just kind of explodes over the side of your body, and you're immediately frozen to your core. Enoch, you manage to like psychically part the ice magic as it blasts around you.
Like
There's no
slash
way.
down with Frostbrand.
Yeah, frost scratch, just double negative,
Yeah.
just like kind of slices through, enhanced by psionic energy, which causes it to just separate just around you. You still get this frozen like torrent, of, like blizzard kind of stinging the edges of your arms as it whizzes past you.
Bit chilly in here, boys, isn't it?
And as you say that, you say a bit chilly, and you see Gesh like that, like crunching this ice off him, and you see Dorwin just frozen solid.
I'm gonna go over to Dorwin and give him a cast a potion of double fireball on him
Drink this.
to warm him up. No, I'm gonna pour a potion of superior healing into his mouth.
Okay.
Lovely.
So that's 8d8 plus 8.
8d8 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
So 100.
It's 84 plus 8, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Boo.
Yeah. It's 84.
Sorry, mate.
84.
Oh yeah, sorry, I've got that written there. It's 84. Yeah, my bad. 84 plus 8.
19 plus 8 is 27 healings to me.
Okay, nice. You find that the superior healing also kind of causes some of the ice to crack as you guys kind of tend to like. Gesh, I imagine you're sort of holding him a bit.
I'm on the other side of the pit, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
I've dropped. Well, I jumped the hole. I sprung the trap. didn't
Oh
I?
sure,
I
yeah,
jumped
sure,
over here.
sure. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I mean, would you? Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I'd be fucking terrified to move now,
Yeah.
knowing that there's this magical trap that's been set off, and I'll sort of say, "Ugh,
I would say
disarm it."
I would say that the traps themselves have fizzled out of magic.
Okay.
From your
Oh,
perspective.
those sources now have gone. They've
Yes,
dissipated.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be brutal.
Yeah.
Every round. Yes, okay. So, as you go up, you're kind of holding him because, Dorwin, you find that as this kind of, in your unconscious state, warmth kind of floods through your body and the ice around you sort of melts off and all your clothes are kind of wet, just dripping, and you're just kind of like, weak, jelly legs, you kind of like flop down and Enoch's kind of got you within.
Uncle Enoch got you, Dorwin. Don't you worry.
And Dragos like ushers Dorwin onto his back, flies him over the trap, and then I cast Cure Wounds on him and heal him for another 13 points of health.
Enoch, maybe you like give him a sip of the Amasec to warm
Give
his-
him a low stick.
Yeah.
Light his cloak on fire.
Like, here, Dorwin, have some of this and like smoke a bit of Obscura.
Just be like fucking murdered. Just like have this heroin. Yeah, have some heroin, man. That'll see you right.
Okay, yeah. Did you say you do cure wounds as well? At what
Yeah.
level?
Second level.
Would you mind just quickly counting up your total number of spell slots with their numbers associated? So like, each of these is 1, each of these is 2.
Okay.
Could you just count that up just so we're aware of what you can recover on a medium list?
I think it was 16 and 4 for Gesh.
I've got 15 in total. If you're doing 3 for a third,
Yeah.
2 for a second, I've got 15
Yes,
in
yeah.
total.
So 15 and 4.
Yeah, sure. So you can basically get 4 total points back on a medium rest.
And we had a medium rest before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't recover these.
Okay, fine.
Cool.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Nice. Okay, so basically you could, if you didn't cast any more spells, you could get that back, hadn't you?
Oh no! I thought okay. Well, then in that case, then I won't do it a second. I'll do it a third.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna add
Oh,
another 5 health onto that.
Thanks, Gesh. That feels much better.
Okay. So, how do you want to proceed?
No more ice blasts.
Reasonable.
I'm going to carry on walking around the room.
On the ceiling.
Yeah.
And you're going around this way?
Yeah.
That's the one. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Don't worry about it.
I've still got step magic, so I'm hopefully going to see any more trapperinos.
As you get to this point here, you can see in the ceiling here. Actually, it would probably be bigger like that. Oh, fuck it. Yeah. Well, in the ceiling, you basically sense another trapdoor from above.
Okay, I'm going to try and disarm this trap.
Alright, let's see if you get a nat 1 or a success.
It's a success.
Nice.
23.
So,
What skill do you use with that?
Sleight of hand,
Oh, right.
so plus 13.
okay, so as you're on this side, you detect this trap and you begin to disarm it. And just as you manage to sort of complete disarming it, basically these iron rods just go and just fall down, and they essentially have, because you're on this side of it, it's like a cage that would trap people in here,
Yeah.
but the cage has gone from floor to ceiling.
I see.
So this route is essentially no longer accessible.
Okay, well, back the way we came, boys.
Cool. Have you got an idea?
Well, it of course is accessible.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
But do we want to try?
Teleports in the cage.
Let's see what the other route has to offer before you teleport us into prison, Dorwin. I know you feel revitalised and ready to go now, but you don't need to prove yourself in this way.
Maybe they'll turn me into a badass psychic monster. Okay.
Alright. Fly me back over the traps.
Would you like to know the stats that I drew up for the monsters, by the way?
These monsters?
No, yeah, the ones that are there. We can tell you what
Yeah, right.
It's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
So basically, obviously I just made them up, but to make them really OP, I made them AC 24, 220 HP each, and they can do 4 attacks per round at 2d12 plus 11.
That's 11.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I know it's ridiculous,
What?
but I just thought it'd be cool, like having these ridiculously powerful enemies, which
What?
are loose on the surface, which is kind of epic.
Everyone in the rose was like... Yeah, the fact that was just the first one just ran over and just went like that with the guy with the mage's head and just splattered him against the wall.
Yeah.
I actually felt really bad for the mage, you know.
I know, he was like... okay, yeah, so, I mean, given your understanding so far that the room's basically symmetrical, how would you like to kind of manoeuvre your way around this one?
Well, maybe just check that there's not another prison on the other side. There might be, we'll see.
Well,
You can
so
assume that there
as,
would be.
as you know, would nip round, yeah, he would see the same trap layout on the ceiling there. Well, hang on,
I got a nat.
you'd close off that route as well.
I already rolled.
Well, no, because presumably this would have been discussed, so you don't have to have already rolled.
Alright.
As in, it's kind of fun to think how would you go about
Sure.
approaching a situation like that. We don't necessarily know what the trigger is.
Alright, well. I mean. I'm going to teleport across.
I can also get all 3 of us across using one spell if you'd like to say teleport.
Jobs again.
Or I might just fly around on Gesh. Because he hasn't opened that trap, has he? No.
But when it trigger when you go past it?
From the ceiling. Wow. Yes, maybe.
Well, it's unclear what the mechanism is. Can I make an active perception check to see if it's like a pressure plate on the floor or?
What if I use a shout?
I got a. I failed. I got a 12.
A 12? Yeah, you're not really sure, mate.
No, sorry, 14.
14?
Yeah.
Hang on, are you proficient?
Yeah, I have a +7. I rolled a 7.
But I thought that you had a minimum roll of 10 on your.
Oh yeah, 17.
17.
Handy.
Wait, wasn't that on deck stuff?
Everything that I'm proficient in, I can roll a minimum of 10.
And you're proficient in investigation, fair.
No, perception and investigation. I have a lot of proficiencies.
Yeah, one of the things that's kind of interesting about rogues
Three, four,
in
five,
terms of how they're
six,
built
seven.
is they're part of the reason why they're kind of like, oh, I mean, they are OP, but they're kind of not in other ways as well. But it's like, it's kind of busted because one of the ideas behind them is that they are skill masters. Like they're part of their inherent bonuses, you get additional skills and stuff. It's kind of funny because you get that and then a bunch of other stuff too. So kind of, the thing is it's very powerful in our games because I rely very heavily on high skill checks. But it just changes the game in an interesting way.
The last key's bitter.
I'm genuinely not bitter. I like it. It's like, you know, it's part of the game. It's something I factor in.
Shall we play it safe and I'll spend the second level spell to get us past?
I would say before we do that, with a 17 instead, we'd be able to see that there are very subtle pressure plates on the ground.
Pressure plates. Alright, so flying would work, and I can go on the ceiling, and if you can cast Misty Step or something.
Dragos could
Or ferry.
Dragos could kindly shuttle us around.
So what's the move here then? How
So-
are you going to do it?
I'm on
Enoch's
the
going to
ceiling.
go on the wall. Are you going to go on the ceiling?
Well, the wall.
And then Dragos will just literally fly me and.
But as in who's going first?
I'm going on the wall first.
Okay. So you're going this way. And then when you get to about here, you detect another point of evocation magic here.
Okay. I think I might try and disarm this one.
I'm gonna hide back round the corner.
Yeah, as soon as that's detected, I think I will also hide back round the corner as well.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna go immediately above it on the ceiling and hopefully disarm
Okay, sure. So you sort of come to about here,
it. Yeah.
and then
Can I detect a
Sculpt
bit of
on the wall.
evocation magic on that wall now?
you can't
see
detect
that.
that far.
Okay.
And you go down. Give me your roll to disarm.
Where did that?
I would say as
sorry.
well that with what I might say, just for the sake of like a bit of balancing and having utility for people and stuff, I might say that when it comes to evocation, I mean, still with a 23 would be fine, but might have it where it's a higher DC for you with thieves tools, but a lower DC if you're using Arcana to disarm.
Okay.
It's a magical trap, you know.
Oh, I got a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I would say.
Oh, I'm going to use my inspiration point.
Okay.
Oh, I can't use an inspiration point for nat 1s, can I? Isn't
Oh,
that
it
the
takes
whole
it
point?
away.
You lose it, yeah.
Yeah, it takes away your inspiration. That's such a fun mechanic we came up with today.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So I would say that you kind of you get your thieves tool like that,
Oh,
and you
no.
begin sort of manipulating it, and then you accidentally kind of lose your grip on the thieves tool, and it drops down. And as it passes just in front of it, it activates it. And I would say that from where you are, the most you'd get from it would be half damage anyway.
Sure.
But because you're like sort of behind it, but a similar thing to the ice, but this time a torrent of flame just kind of whizzes down, and you see that the one over here activates as well. As flame just blasts out this way. So give me a dex save.
20.
Interesting. Beats it, right? Yeah. On a save. Okay. So you wouldn't take any damage, but
Wait, even with a nat 1?
you didn't get a nat one on the dex save.
Like,
Them's the rules.
Yeah, but you're the boss, aren't you?
Yeah, I know, but this is like a part of the rules that because I adhere to most of the rules and then I bend them in certain situations. But in this instance, it would be cruel to do it this way because I wouldn't want this to be the status quo, you know.
I would.
So it would activate, and I would say that in this instance as well, I would say that because of the failed save, it hasn't. While it's activated, it hasn't. The evocation magic is still present, hasn't deactivated.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Can I attempt to disarm it when it's ongoing?
I sort of like to have like a
One
failed.
done. Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
Like I appreciate this a bit. Orcs or whatever.
Is it sleight of hand that you use?
Yeah.
So there's a torrent of fire ongoing down this corridor. Both
Oh,
corridors.
only for a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
Oh, but it could re-trigger.
yes, yeah. Because it maybe as part of the law, or whatever, maybe it needs to like affect somebody to deactivate or something like that. Sure.
Can Enoch now spot another doorway?
Yeah, you'd be able to see that there's just a nice simple wooden door here.
I might have to go to bed because I'm in theatre tomorrow.
Sure.
It's 11.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I was-
yeah.
I was gonna say,
Sleep. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a fun place to pause
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
for
cool.
the next thing. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Will involved in the next one 'cause it's been a relatively chill session actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of cinematic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah. I've enjoyed it.
I like it.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I hope you didn't feel like what's the word?
A scrub,
Like,
yes.
stolen from action by having that encounter, but I just thought it's too cool to not have it there. That's why I hope that guy.
It's much more interesting than another fight. You
Yeah.
yeah.
Than just having to, someone powerful, well, let's fight them.
Yeah,
It's nice
yeah.
to, I quite
Like,
like
it's quite a risk pulling the liver as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're fucking me, then
Yeah.
because like this could have been a fight and it wasn't,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that this is the thing. Is like my perspective with making this dungeon is while it is trapped to like keep people out and stuff. Like ultimately, this is a research facility.
Yeah.
So this is like
It's not gonna be
some experiments
full of
ultimately.
knights, like-
You know. Yeah. Like it's like the trap is obvious, but who knows why they've got it there? You know. It's like kind of interesting. But yeah, cool. Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, funsies, guys.
Yeah, good.
Could people take the empties out?
Of course, my liege.